Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Shirley, Andrew. Shirley. Well, good morning. It's the day before Thanksgiving. And I guess we're going to get a little snow. We'll talk with the National Weather Service coming up in a few minutes about that. Busy day. Willie Waffle is on. We're all off on Thursday and Friday. So Willie talking about the holiday streaming and movies and all of that you can take advantage of. The Rosenthal report this morning. The National Weather Service is next hour, right? Or is it coming right up?
No, it's next hour. And don't call me Shirley.
Sorry. Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week, Scott in Kirkville. Tucker from his restaurant down in the valley, down in Frankfurt. Tucker Rosemeyer is all on this thing that RFK Jr. is talking about when it comes to cooking oils being bad.
Well, some of them are, but I think everybody at this point has known that. You want to avoid the peanut and canola oils and things like that.
Jimmy Failla is on the radio this morning. Of course, 1 week from this Friday, he'll be in town at the Rome Capitol Theater. Ryan Nobles from NBC. Who are they clapping for?
Jimmy and Ryan.
Okay.
They're just so excited that it's a Wednesday. It's our Friday, technically, you know?
It is kind of like a Friday for us. Earl Reed, formerly the father of the Boilermaker. I guess not formally, but yes, the father of the Boilermaker.
Yeah, the Boilermaker.
Earl has donated 4 seats to the Jimmy Fallon Show in the pit.
Wow. Those are good seats.
And a backstage... Just you and your 4 people, you and your 3 people, a backstage meeting with Jimmy.
Wow.
Before the show, and that will happen probably about 7:45. He'll be able to go backstage, and then he'll be in the pit.
That's awesome.
Great seats he donated. And all he's asking is that someone out there, we auction them off. Somebody bid the highest bidder. I think we'll sell them by like Tuesday or something. The highest bidder will receive the tickets. The proceeds going to Real Men Get Tested for Cancer.
It's an awesome cause, and there are several people, as you learned.
Earl, the brother of Tim,
yes.
Tim and I are the ones who started this thing up, and we both had our own little bout.
Yeah.
Call it what you like, but bout with cancer.
And going for regular tests and doing regular testing and routine testing is what luckily helped you and Tim get through it and helped you to get ahead of what you're dealing with now.
That's the key. The key is getting it early and dealing with it. Megan is in for Davey today,
Good morning, Megan.
Who is out gallivanting.
That's what he's doing.
Is it Megan gallivanting or Davey is gallivanting? Megan is working in the studio. We're it, by the way. This is not the days of radio. This
is so weird.
Radio days of old.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the building. It's just us. Just us.
We could do anything we want because the boss is in on it, right?
Currently drinking here in the studio. Instantly.
Not alcohol, just having beverages in the studio.
Megan, if you could just keep a running tally. If somebody would like to make a bid on the Jimmy Fallon Backstage Pit Pack.
You got it.
Pit Pack.
The Jimmy Fallon Backstage Pit Pack of 4 tickets. Call and bid on those, and the highest bidder come next Tuesday will get the tickets and the meet and greet with Jimmy.
And we'll have a surprise guest dropping something off at 6:45.
6:45.
I just told you about that surprise just now.
Thank you. The surprises just keep it coming.
Is it Santa?
You can say that.
And Megan, I would say that the tickets at face value. Remember, this is a donation. And by the way, when you do donate, you'll be making it out to Real Men Get Tested, Community Foundation of the Mohawk Valley, with a memo, Real Men Get Tested. So it is a tax write-off. The face value of the tickets alone, I believe it's like $268 for those tickets in the pit.
Wow.
So
good seats.
What we'd like to see is the bid to go maybe a little higher.
Please, yeah.
I mean, you're going to go backstage with Jimmy, and it'll be a little more of an intimate meet and greet.
And also, it's the holiday season, and you're raising money for a really good cause.
Yes, thank you.
To ensure fathers enjoy many more Christmases and Thanksgivings with their families.
That is true.
An excellent point.
And in some cases, it's the sons. We hear stories all the time about people who are younger, that men and women really getting cancer at a younger age. It's really weird how this seems to be happening more often. And the problem is when you're younger, you don't ever go to that place. You don't think, well, I wonder if it's cancer. I better get tested. So oftentimes it gets left. You got to really listen to your body, and when something is happening, you gotta go to your doctor and get tested. Okay, 315-736-0186 if you want to bid on the Jimmy Failla backstage pit pack.
The Pit Pack.
4 tickets could be yours. Let's see, what else are we going to get into here today? We mentioned the weather. It does look like we're going to be dealing with some really inclement weather over the holiday and into the weekend. This lake effect snowstorm they're talking about, call it a storm if you will, but lake effect snow is expected to continue right on into the weekend. What does it mean? Well, we know how that works, right? Lake effect. You really don't know.
Out. It could be heavy, could be like thick stuff, could be,
and it can come on very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the longtime senator Tarky Lombardi died at the age of 95 yesterday. It was announced. Lombardi, I have to say, was a longtime senator, and I know a very close friend of Senator Joe Griffos. And in fact, there was a few years back. Lombardi had a suite at the Dome, and we went to watch a football game.
Oh,
and
really?
we're lucky enough to be a guest of his in his suite. And he was just the nicest guy in the world. And a long-time New York State Senator has passed away at the age of 95.
Hard around the holidays. Anytime, but...
it is. I know we say that, and the reality is, yeah, anytime. However... it is tough around the holidays. Okay, story we're working on. It looks like we now have an update. It was a homeless man who is the person who went into a Walmart allegedly yesterday at around 12:30 when police were called, and randomly with no reason just stabbed somebody.
Yeah, this is a 37-year-old man who did not know this victim, this 25-year-old victim. She was just in the store shopping, and he allegedly stabbed her randomly. Luckily, while the injuries, according to police, were severe, she is in stable condition. They're not life-threatening at this time, but she is recovering at Wynn Hospital at this time. He has been taken into custody and is facing several charges, including attempted murder. But 12:30 in the afternoon...
This
in the middle of Walmart.
This is the problem that we have with people who are. I mean, if you're living out on the street, there's most likely a drug, alcohol issue or a mental issue.
Yeah,
and who knows what was going inside this guy's head that made him just stab somebody. A 25-year-old innocent victim. It makes no sense at all, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? You got to be thinking at all times.
You always have to be vigilant and, just keep your head on a swivel, unfortunately.
Really.
That's the sad thing. In the middle of Walmart, you now have to have your head on a swivel because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right. Here you are, the most unsuspecting place at Walmart. Normally, you're used to people bumping into you and being rude and wanting to punch them in the face.
And stealing the last can of cranberry sauce out of your hands.
That's exactly right.
Good, take it away. Nobody wants that rigid cranberry.
I
How
do love
dare
it.
you?
Love it, and love it, as you know, with mayonnaise on top.
I know. All your disgusting combo flavors.
Ray Halberter all over the news. He was on ABC yesterday and other national news. Apparently, at the American Museum of Natural History, there are Native American remains I never knew this, but apparently years and years and years ago, they were donated to the museum.
That's strange.
And because we didn't think of these Native Americans as even as late as the early to mid 1900s.
Yeah.
Native Americans were not thought of at all very humanely.
No.
And in this case, remains were donated to the museum like you would like
an artifact.
An artifact.
An item.
Or an ancient animal of some sort. So Ray Halbritter pushing here and has been pushing along with other nations around the country to have these released, and indeed a member of the Oneida Nation will be the remains will be returned to the nation. Ray Halbritter leading the way here on this whole thing.
So I guess when you say remains, is it cremated remains?
I do not know.
So
are they in like a
I don't
mausoleum
believe
of some
well,
kind?
I quickly looked it up because the argument would be, well, if it came from Native Americans, it's okay. And it says that they were sold to the museum. It's based on the Federal Register by James Terry in 1891 and Felix von Luschen in 1924.
Yeah.
So that's who sold the remains to the National History. And it's from indigenous and enslaved people. It's a variety of just sacred items. So bones, and it
All
just
right.
sounds very odd.
Yeah.
Your line is ringing in there, Megan. Sorry. Yeah, it's crazy. And one Oneida ancestor's remains were stolen from the United Nations lands outside our area, just outside, back in 1898, according to a notice in the Federal Register, and sold to a collector who later gifted them to the museum where, as Megan said, they have been sitting in the archives for more than 100 years.
So these were stolen remains that were sold to a museum.
These are literally remains like you would being treated like you would treat a fossil, maybe a dinosaur or something.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, right?
Now, the
Terrible.
only thing, and again, this is in a totally different light, is the 9/11 Museum, but that is a section of the museum that is official office of the New York
That's
City,
completely different.
yeah,
I mean,
New York City Coroner's office that only
Yeah.
members of the families can go and see, and they're still identifying people. Totally different situation.
like couldn't be further. Well,
I'm not trying to make an equivalency. I'm just saying that, like,
well, I mean, you can't because there really is none. This is, I mean, you literally, these people were not treated like humans,
right?
And it was the government and our society that was okay with it. If you think about some of the stuff that was I mean, there were people promoting the idea that we wipe the country of all Native Americans.
Yeah.
Back in the early 1900s, as late as that. So anyway, it is what it is. And I see we're getting a delivery here. We go from ancient remains to something brand new. Bad transition. Almost as bad as your comparison, Andrew. Maybe even worse. And in comes Utica Mac. That thing, I'm going to drive that home.
Look at that's probably one of the nicest ones we've had.
I do believe it is.
Can we set it up there?
Is there a way to get it up high where we could really see it? Utica Mac making their way in right now. We will be auctioning this off for the for Real Men Get Tested.
Careful, we got it at the angle like it's going up a mountain or something there.
It is a 4x4 Mack truck with a rollover bar, and Tom, I'll have you let you describe it because you'll get right on that microphone right there. You'll do a lot better job than I will.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tom Highland, Utica Mac.
It's a 2025 Jack Mack pickup truck.
A Jack Mack pickup truck.
Pretty sweet. Pretty awesome.
And I believe it might
The
even
lights
have
are on. The lights are on at this
For
thing.
safety.
Oh, it's got a little horn on it and everything. So, Tom, I would say you said the value of this, and this will be auctioned off again for Real Men Get Tested for Cancer. The value of this item is
$550.
$550 is face value. So we want to see the bidding. Call Megan on the bidding on this item. It's our holiday drive, a little auction on air. But what a great item to give to a kid, a grandkid, or you're somebody like me who's not really tall, who could drive this to work. I mean,
well, we have a kind of a side bet going with Sheriff Mashel.
We do expect to hear from him soon.
Good.
Which item draws the bigger amount. Now, the
Right.
sheriff will have an item coming in as well.
Yeah, I think he brings in a tractor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Well, that is awesome. And people can start bidding on that the same way we're doing with the Jimmy Fallon tickets. Call Megan at 315-736-0186. Now, Steve Spurbeck was in earlier this week.
I heard
and
him.
is very excited because the fact that this electric Mack truck has sold allows you in the state to sell another 5 or 6.
10.
10. You can now
10.
sell
That's
10
right.
gas-operated Mack trucks.
Diesel.
Sorry.
yes.
Sorry.
Diesel.
I always thought diesel was gas.
No.
Until I once put it in my car.
Oh, boy.
And it wasn't a good ending.
No,
It
you
was
don't
a
want to
Repair
do
shop
that.
likes him for that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you can. Right now, the hose, the
holes are
nozzle
different
is
size.
a little larger because people have
People
done
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why. I mean, diesel's far more expensive than any.
It didn't used to be.
yeah.
But it is now.
Yeah.
Well,
Because of the taxes
and it isn't even about where they were looking at the price. Usually, it was someone that was just unassuming, maybe an early driver, and would have to call Dad up and say, "You're not going to believe this, but I can't get the car started."
I just filled it up. It was out of gas. I
And
just filled it.
By the way, destroys the engine, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So it'd be a whole rebuild
boy.
on the engine. I do know someone who did it.
Okay, we won't.
They
mention
were
names.
driving she was driving Dad's car, and this would go back probably mid to late 80s, and that didn't end well.
Well,
It wasn't me, if you're wondering. It's just for the
no,
record.
well, kind of maybe.
Yeah,
sort
you
of.
were wondering. I know you were. Anyway, all right, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We appreciate what you do, Bill.
And listen, this year we're still collecting toys. You want to drop off toys, they go to the Marine Corps, Toys for Tots. There are places that are collecting for us as well. We give all of that to the Marine Corps, and their Toys for Tots campaign is incredible.
And this is going for
This
real
goes to
men
real men get tested
for
cancer. And the thought is that people like us, when you have a sign of some sort, or just you get to a certain age, if you have it in your family or not, you should be tested.
Well, I thought when
it's
they told me
important.
I was having a digital exam, that was going to be a number test. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was somebody's finger.
I've had I've had a few of those surprises come along the way in the last few years. Not fun.
No.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
welcome.
We appreciate it, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you. Happy
Appreciate
Thanksgiving.
There it is, right here in the studio. It's a gigantic electric Mack truck for the use of a grandkid or a child, a kid, or a little person like me who would like to maybe electronically drive this thing down the road. Coming up, we'll speak with Willie Waffle, and we have and by the way, Tim Reed says, Tom, thank you very much. Tim is out there this morning. Good morning. And if you want to bid on either the item from Earl Reed, the 4-pack pit tickets, backstage pit pack, is available just by calling Megan at 315-736-0186. Make a bid on that item or on this item, and we're told Sheriff Mashel has still a delivery to come, and we'll be auctioning that item off as well. It goes to a great cause. Quick break, and we'll come back. Stuff you can watch, maybe things you don't even know that's going on out there on your TV if you don't plan on going out, or if you do, there's a lot playing in theaters right now. And Willie Waffle coming up in a bit. Stand by at WIBX.
What the?
Whoa, what's wrong?
I'm sick and tired of these high energy bills every month.
First off, keep it clean. Second, let's give City Suburban a call and see what they can do for us about installing a new high-efficient heat pump system. We can discuss installation pricing and any available New York State clean heat rebates.
Take the first step towards a cleaner and more cost-effective, cleaner future. Log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I said keep it clean.
Mattress Express's Thanksgiving annual sale is on from 5 to 11 p.m., all staff working voluntarily. 5 years to pay, no money down for qualified buyers, or no credit check payment plans. Listen to these deals one night only. Buy a Queen Sealy mattress, $9.99. Get a $500 prepaid Visa card. A Queen Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, where you can make each side soft and firm, $34.99. A $1,000 prepaid Visa card. No credit check payment plans and cash for the holidays. A Sealy Queen mattress with adjustable base, $19.99. Get a $1,000 prepaid Visa card. How about this? A Queen Flex headbed, adjustable base and mattress, $24.99. Get a $1,000 prepaid Visa card. Tempur-Pedic King and Queen sets, a $300 prepaid Visa card. Deals, deals, deals. Thanksgiving night, 5 p.m. to 11. Go to mattressexpressny.com. Again, all staff working voluntarily. Come save.
Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Everyone's talking about the breakthrough of weight loss drugs, but too few can access or afford them. Hers is changing that. At forhers.com/radio, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you, like GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy, or oral medications at a fraction of the price. That's right. You'll save up to 89% per month on compounded semaglutide based on pricing through Hers. The same active ingredient as the name brand drug at 89% less. There's no hidden fees and no membership fees. Just one low, transparent price. And the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable doctor-trusted weight loss plans that put you first. That's forhers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pegol is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, good morning. It's the day before Thanksgiving, 2024. Wow.
Hard to believe.
And let's go to Willie Waffle, who's on the line right now. The man, Willie. Good morning, Willie Waffle.
Well, good morning. Yes, it's the day before the greatest holiday in all the land, my people. Okay, listen, you know me. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is like Christmas without the stress and the heartache, okay?
It is true.
We get to sit down, have a big fat meal, eat until we pass out, and watch some football. Dear God, is there anything more American?
Is there a better day? I don't know that there is. And, for the most part, all the craziness of, I got to leave dinner so I can get out there and get the big deals, that's kind of dissipated. That was a thing, but it seems to be gone now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well and that's the way modern society has gone.
Yeah.
I mean, we just don't go shopping very much. I mean, it's so much easier to get online and order things and get it shipped to us. I mean, we don't have to fight those crowds, and the retailers have figured that out. They've started putting all their Black Friday deals online too, and just we move along. I'm with you. I remember the '80s when there would be stampedes and people would get injured and die. It was crazy.
Death by way of a flat screen TV or a Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch. That was
big screen TV or Cabbage Patch doll ain't worth it.
Tickle me Elmo.
Tickle me Elmo.
Tickle me Elmo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Willie. I'm going to tell you something. These online outfits, these online stores, I'm telling you right now, are taking advantage of a new phenomena called drunk buying.
Come Thursday night.
It is a real thing. People get drinking. They then take out their computer, their iPad, their phone, their laptop, and they begin fumbling through Amazon Prime. I think we need this. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, they're buying crap. They know it. And they're actually playing upon you. They know what these people are doing. So beware of drunk buying.
Love it.
Yep, could be really, really bad.
It's good for the bottom line, though.
It is. It keeps them making money. There's no doubt about it. Okay, let us talk about the weekend. This traditionally is a very big weekend at the movies. What are we looking at here going into Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Wicked already set tons of records over the weekend. One of the biggest openings of the year. Gladiator 2 is doing very well. You're going to see that kind of extending into the holiday weekend. But, there's this little company called Disney, which is out there, and they have decided that they're going to place their foot right into the middle of Thanksgiving, and they are bringing out the big guns, people. The movie that was kind of a surprise. I mean, they kind of sprung this on people a little bit out of nowhere, earlier in the year. It is a follow-up to Moana, which turns out is one of the biggest streaming titles on all of Disney Plus, and it is time for Moana 2. They're back, baby.
Oh, God.
What do you think of Moana 2?
Well, I mean, listen, remember the first one had that great song, You're Welcome? Well, the big song here should be It's All About the Benjamins. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but, man, this just feels like we're getting this together because we know we can make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So, little Moana is back on the island, and, she's already gone on her big adventure. You think that she's had the adventure of a lifetime, but oh, no. She wants another one. She wants to meet people from other islands now that she knows there's this big, great world out there. But there's a mean, mean god called Nalo who placed a curse on the island. They're not allowed to see people from other islands. So she's going off to fight the god, to take it over and unite everybody again.
It sounds like it's extremely dramatic. What do you think on this?
Well, I think that what you've got here. There's a lot of rehashing. I think that, it's more of an action movie than I think the first movie. The first movie, I think, worked so well because it was a buddy movie. And it was a movie about this young girl finding herself and gaining all this strength and overcoming all this fear. Well, she's already done all that. We know she could overcome all that. So this one is more, let's just give you a bunch of action scenes as they're floating out there in the ocean and they're running into all these creatures, which, frankly, look really cool. And they have some cool battles with them. And it's interesting as she kind of makes her way to the big showdown. But, the comedy is just okay. The action is okay. The songs are just okay. These aren't written by Lin-Manuel Miranda like the last movie was. So these people kind of sound like remember the old band John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band?
Yes.
They would sound like Springsteen. So everybody's like, well, they're kind of like Springsteen. That's what these songs are like. They're kind of like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Okay, we'll kind of enjoy it. I'm at 2.5 waffles.
Okay.
Right. So might be worth. Is this good for kids?
Yeah, the kids are going to love
it.
Yeah. Kids love this stuff. I mean, it's rated PG. There's nothing too crazy and wild. I mean, it could get a little scary sometimes with the action, but I don't think scary enough to cause nightmares and make you regret taking the kid. I hope.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Now that I've said that, someone's going to call in next week. Willie, let me tell you what happened when my kids saw Moana 2.
Well, here's the thing. You better like it because, with these Disney movies, they end up getting played over and over and over again.
And I think the kids' threshold today when it comes to what's scary is a little different than it used to be.
Oh, I agree. But, and Andrew, I think you just hit on the reason why they're making a Moana 2. The original Moana was like the top streaming movie on Disney like 3 or 4 years in a row. I mean, it's massively successful, massively loved. And that's why they're rolling this out. And they're going to roll out a live-action version of Moana as well at some point.
Nice.
Okay. There's money to be made. You'll see it on Broadway soon.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I've been wondering about this Apple TV Plus movie. Is it a movie or a series? It's a movie, right?
Yeah, this is a movie.
I see them pushing this. I want to hit it to watch it, but it's a commitment. What do you think of Blitz?
Yeah, Blitz, a good 2-hour-long World War II movie, and just again, I'm always amazed at all the stories that we still get today that come from World War II, and this one is so compelling and so dramatic. I mean, you've got it's 1940 in London, and if you know your history, 1940 in London is the worst time ever to live in London. The German Blitz is on; they're bombing the city every night. I mean, England may lose the war. I mean, that's how bad things are at this point. And so you've got young Saoirse Ronan. She's this widowed mother. She's living there. She's got her little kid. I think he's about 10 years old. And what's happening is a lot of the children are being sent away from London. They're being sent to the English countryside for safety because, London is it's going badly. And to kind of save the children and get them away from the horror that is the everyday living in London, they're sending them off to the countryside. And she's been fighting it and finally decides it's time to send her kid. But her kid decides he wants to head back home to see his mother. He wants to be with her. So it's this horrible, almost odyssey through heck, like as this kid is trying to find his way back to the city, find his mother, and along the way we're seeing what's going on in London. The way people are acting, the hiding out in the tube shelters, right? The subway shelters. People who have lost everything, lost their homes, living in these shanty towns, these makeshift shanty towns, and just the humanity and the danger all around as this kid is just making his way through England and through London. I think you get a nice little story about, all the women who are working in the factories supporting the war efforts. I think you see that battle that had to be waged to really open the subway stations as bomb shelters. I'm at 3.5 waffles.
Wow, some good movies out there.
Massive.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm such a huge fan of Saoirse Ronan. I think everything she does is amazing. And even the little kid in here, God, I'm losing his name. Elliot Heffernan. Elliot Heffernan is pretty good. But the big surprise for me, because I'm a big 80s music fan, and I hope other people are just excited as I am. The grandfather is played by Paul Weller from The Jam.
Oh, wow.
Quite a reference there.
There's a little, that's exciting. Okay. So you love this.
Thank you for selling that. Oh, yeah, that is very exciting, Willie.
We're almost as excited as you are.
Almost.
And it's on Apple TV Plus, which you can get on any of your, if you have Roku or whatever, you can download it there. So.
Oh, yeah. And I just subscribe, and I literally log in through a browser because I don't have an Apple phone, so I don't think I can get their app. But, hey, I'll just log in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
2005 that way.
You can make it work. And then Conan O'Brien hosting the Oscars. That ought to be pretty good, I would assume.
I think so. I mean, I like Conan a lot. I think it's the no-win situation when it comes to gigs. I mean, you could go the Ricky Gervais way and completely obliterate all of Hollywood and make everybody at home laugh, but make all sorts of enemies in Hollywood. Or you can overly suck up to them, which doesn't make it a great show. I think Conan can kind of go in between. I think he can find the right tone there. I mean, he's hosted the Emmys before. He's done other things. And frankly, at this point, he might be of the attitude of, I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
If this doesn't go well, who cares? And
I agree.
Go for it.
Yeah. And the key to it is picking on the right people in Hollywood. So, all right, Willie, listen, enjoy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday, and we'll talk to you again a week from Friday.
All right, talk to you next week.
All right, thanks so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.
There he is, Willie Waffle. Got a break. News is coming up next.
Hey there, it's Andrew from WIBX. If you're facing excruciating pain, whether it be carpal tunnel, knee pain, back pain, whatever it is, there is a revolutionary technology that has arrived in Utica. Forget the injections, forget surgery. Try Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica. This brand new treatment will help you It's got a 90% success rate, and it's with Dr. Tim Del Medico. For more information, visit reviveutica.com. That's reviveutica.com.
This November, Steve Pawnee Chevrolet celebrates Military Appreciation Month. For all past and present military members, we have exclusive savings just for you. Get behind the wheel of the 2024 Silverado LT Crew Cab 4x4, a powerhouse ready for any challenge. Get 0% financing and a massive $6,250 rebate, or lease for just $449 a month for 36 months at 10,000 miles per year. Come check out our huge selection of red tag vehicles. Together, let's drive. See why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer. Visit us today or online at stevepawneechevy.com. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Must qualify for military discount. Finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. 48 months on Silverado, stock number 24447. Lessee must have current Chevy lease and household. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down, and first payment due on delivery. Must take delivery by November 30th. See salesperson for details.
It's the official kickoff to Black Friday. The 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart is on sale now. Swing into golf savings at 15 of the area's top courses for $75 with the Town Square 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart. That's right, $75 gets you 15 rounds of golf. Some courses include Valley View, Twin Ponds, Pine Hills, Sequoia Knolls, and more. There are a limited number of cards available, so don't delay. Get your $75 Seize the Deal golf card at seizethedeal.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome,
W295EI,
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Will it last? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A 60-day ceasefire went into effect this morning, stopping Israel's fight against Hezbollah, but Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, through a translator, warns of
full military action. If Hezbollah doesn't follow the agreement, we'll attack.
Israel's already decimated Hezbollah, killing its leader and many other senior militants. And as the ceasefire holds,
thousands of Lebanese civilians have begun to return to their homes near the Israeli border. Troops from Israel and the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah have agreed to pull back from that area as part of the U.S. brokered truce. But around 60,000 Israelis forced to evacuate communities in northern Israel have been told it's not yet safe for them to return home.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Now, Israel is still at war in Gaza. President Biden says,
now Hamas has a choice to make. Their only way out is to release the hostages, including American citizens, which they hold.
They were kidnapped in the terror attack last year that triggered the war in Gaza and led Hezbollah to join the fight against Israel. The International Criminal Court is alleging crimes against Muslims in Burma, issuing an arrest warrant for Burma's military leader who took over in a coup in 2021. The incoming Trump border czar went to the Texas border, and Tom Homan told National Guard troops in Eagle Pass,
President Trump will secure this border. He's did it before, he's going to do it again. But this time we finish the job.
That includes, Homan says, a mass deportation after record illegal immigration, something some Democratic mayors and governors plan to resist. A lot of people are hitting the road or in long lines at airports the day before Thanksgiving.
AAA says nearly 80 million of us are expected to travel through Monday, with the vast majority going by car. And Mother Nature may not cooperate. Forecasters say winter storms could disrupt travel, complete with a cold front expected to sweep through the Midwest and South before heading east with precipitation and colder temperatures.
Fox's Tanya Dejay Powers. Only 19 flights are canceled. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
President-elect Trump keeps adding people to his next administration as he plans big tariffs on Canadian, Mexican, and Chinese imports. The Trump pick for U.S. Trade Representative is Jamieson Greer. He's also bringing back Kevin Hassett to head up the White House Economic Council, and President-elect Trump wants Dr. Jay Bhattacharya to lead the National Institutes of Health. Of course, many Trump nominees face intense scrutiny in the Senate at confirmation hearings starting in January.
Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana is one of the Republicans who voted to convict President-elect Trump during his second impeachment trial. As the incoming chairman of the Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, he'll be heavily involved in the confirmation process of Health and Human Services nominee Robert Kennedy Jr. and Department of Labor nominee Lori Chavez-DeRemer. Meanwhile, the likely next chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Roger Wicker of Mississippi, met with Department of Defense nominee Pete Hegseth. Wicker could be key in Hegseth winning over senators who have questions about his experience and qualifications. Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
5 people are under arrest in New York in a big shoplifting bust.
Facing charges including felony possession of stolen property, conspiracy, and other crimes. They're accused of stealing $2 million worth of clothing, beauty, and other various products from Macy's, Victoria's Secret, American Eagle, Sephora, and Ulta. Homeland Security Investigations reports nationally, businesses have lost about $4 billion to organized retail crime since 2021. Tom Graham, Fox News.
On Wall Street, ahead of an inflation update this morning, stock futures are barely moving the day after another Dow record high. The World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers are rearming for their title defense, signing pitcher Blake Snell to the biggest free agent contract of this baseball offseason. Snell, who pitched for the Giants last season, gets a 5-year deal with the Dodgers worth $182 million. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. 32 degrees now under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. New Hartford police have announced new details regarding a stabbing that happened Tuesday at the Walmart on Commercial Drive in New Hartford. Police say 37-year-old Christopher Splain was taken into custody following a random stabbing at approximately 12:30 p.m. Police say the victim, a 25-year-old female, and Splain did not know each other. The victim is in stable condition at Wynn Hospital, and Splain is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. It's believed Splain was homeless with no known address, according to police. More details can be found at WIBX950.com. It is one of the busiest travel days of the year, and that means big crowds can be expected at Syracuse Hancock International Airport. The TSA recommends people get to the airport at least 2 hours before their flight's scheduled departure. Travelers should also check in early, either online or through their airline's mobile app, which will help save time when they get to the airport. They can visit tsa.gov to make sure there are no prohibited items in their carry-on bags or checked luggage. A Central New York resident remains behind bars without bail after being accused of having child pornography. Authorities say 26-year-old Andrew Wilbur had child pornography videos on the online messaging forum Discord. The children in those videos were between the ages of 8 and 14 years old, and a search of Wilbur's home led to even more photos and videos being found. He's facing multiple charges. New data shows the spread of the flu virus remains low in central New York. The county with the highest number of cases in the latest update was Oneida County with 17. That was followed by Onondaga County with 6 cases and Madison County with 4 infections. People are being urged to still get a flu shot before cases likely surge during the winter months. A list of immunization sites can be found online at vaccines.gov. And anyone interested in doing some holiday shopping may want to head to Turning Stone Resort Casino later this week. The first Christmas and Crafts Showcase is happening on Friday from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. It'll continue Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. The show is taking place in the Event Center and the outer halls, including the Atrium and Cypress Conference Center. More details are available online at turningstone.com. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net.
Snow in the forecast for Thanksgiving Day. Mix of clouds and sunshine today. Low 40s this afternoon. Snow in overnight, possibly mixing with rain at times, down around freezing. Snow Thursday for Thanksgiving Day. Rain could mix in at times. 1 to 2 inches of accumulation possible. Highs middle to upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM, news time 7:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. The Syracuse men's basketball team will be back on their home court tonight as they try and snap a 2-game losing streak. The Orange are hosting the Cornell Big Red at the JMA Wireless Dome. SU played last Friday when the squad fell to Texas Tech by a score of 79-74, dropping their record so far this season to 3 wins and 2 losses. Meanwhile, the Syracuse football team will be in action on Saturday. They've got a big game against a big opponent. The 8-2 Orange will host the 10-1 Miami Hurricanes Saturday afternoon. Tommy DeVito may not be under center for the Giants this week. On Thanksgiving, due to a forearm injury, Daboll is hopeful that DeVito will be ready in time to make his second straight start since replacing Daniel Jones. DeVito was listed as a limited participant in Tuesday's walkthrough and said the plan is for him to play based on how he feels. Backup Drew Lock is expected to take some first-team reps during practice. New York is last in the NFC East at 2-9 and will visit the Cowboys on Thanksgiving afternoon. Aaron Rodgers has yet to make a decision on his career after the season. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, Rodgers admitted he is unsure about wanting to play in 2025, but said the Jets would be his first option if he does. It was reported over the weekend the veteran quarterback wants out of New York and that he could be benched or released by the end of the season. Rodgers denied the reports, saying he's not jumping off the ship. The Green and White are third in the AFC East at 3-8 and will host the Seattle Seahawks Sunday afternoon from MetLife Stadium. The Utica Comets will be in action tonight on their home ice at the Adirondack Bank Center. The game starts at 7 p.m. with several festivities planned for that day before Thanksgiving celebration. So in your travels tonight, do so safely, but maybe stop and see some hockey action as the Comets are starting to get a few wins under their belt. Hopefully they'll get one at home tonight. Speaking of sports and the Giants and Jets, Deeds from New Hartford saying this morning, loves seeing the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets tanking. There is only one New York team, and that's America's team, the Buffalo Bills. Go Bills.
I do agree with him there on that. Absolutely.
Yes,
thank you, Deeds.
Those teams do play in New Jersey.
By the way, we have a bid on Earl Reed's Jimmy Failla Backstage Pit Pack. That is 4
correct.
seats in the pit, and you get to go backstage and do a meet and greet with Jimmy before the show. And we're dealing with the current bid of $300. Hello, here's the bid.
$300 from Brian Marhaver. And thank you very much, Brian. You are the initial bid on those tickets. We still have the Utica Mac truck available for bids as well. All the proceeds going to an amazing cause started by Bill Keeler and Tim Reed. Real men get tested.
So all you have to do is give Megan a call and update that bid. It's currently at $300. Sharon in Clinton, if you're listening this morning, we did get your package and we're going through. We'll cover the story that you sent us. We mentioned the Utica Mac truck. It's a pickup truck. It's all electric, but it's for kids, and you can actually see it on our YouTube feed. At some point, we'll get it. Maybe we can put it right over your left shoulder, Andrew. But it's that large, it could come down on you and kill you.
Yes.
Got to be careful.
Yes, it could.
Okay, so
is this camera angle not working?
To make a bid on any of it, 315-736-0186. It is your opportunity here this morning. We have a big hour coming up. It's Obica's free money question of the day. This morning's question is worth $300. Great way to go into the holiday weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Worth $300. And it's from the Obica Law Firm. We'll get to that. And Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers coming up. Scott in Kirkville with 3 holiday picks to help you win a little bit of money. And Jeremy Rosenthal's Rosenthal Report.
The Rosenthal Report
is coming up here on WIBX here on this day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, girl, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Failla, and dig this, I am coming home to WIBX. I will see you, yes, you, at the Rome Capitol Theater on Friday night, December the 6th at 8 p.m. for a show you will not soon forget. Folks, Joe Biden could not forget the show we're about to put on Friday night, December the 6th. The election is over. The politics are in the rear view. We're pulling the goalie, and we are taking a lot of shots on the comedy net. So buckle up, Buttercup. This is not a drill. It's the real thing. So get your tickets right now at RomeCapital.com, and I will see you on Friday night in the Copper City. And be sure to stick around after the show, because I'm going to be in the lobby saying hi, taking selfies, getting groped. The whole thing. And it's going down Friday night, December the 6th at 8 p.m. So get those tickets at RomeCapital.com. And whatever you do, be a Republican, be a Democrat. Folks, all I ever ask is that you don't be a...
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo from the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. We're thrilled to introduce some of the newest members of our business network. Let's give them a true Utica welcome and show what it means to be part of this incredible community.
Manja Macrina, 470 French Road, Utica. T3 Building and Restoration. T3BuildingLLC.com.
By supporting the local economy, we'll keep building the future of Utica together. Greater Utica Chamber, empowering upstate New York.
More than 200 members of Congress are standing up for AM radio listeners. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act will keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this critical legislation now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hi, this is Paul Collis from Fred F. Collis & Sons with some exciting news about NYSERDA's Empower Plus program. This program provides our income-eligible customers with free home energy upgrades like insulation, heat pumps, and hybrid water heaters. As an example, a family of 4 making under $93,000 can qualify for between $5,000 and $24,000 in free upgrades. Count on Collis to improve your comfort and start the process by scheduling your free home energy assessment at fredfcollis.com.
Hi, everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a cash settlement. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Don't miss Quiet Riot with special guest 10 Ton Mojo, Friday, December 13th at 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater in Utica. Learn more at thestanley.org.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
It's back, our wish list savings event at Steve Ponte Lincoln. Hi, Steve Cater here. Now, 2024 Lincoln Navigators have 0% 60-month or 1.9% 72-month financing. 2024 Lincoln Corsair has 2.9% for 60 months plus a $1,000 rebate. Also, ask about huge savings on our 2024 Nautilus demos. Save thousands. Stop down and see why it's always easy to do business with Steve Ponte Lincoln, Commercial Drive, Yorkville.
For qualified buyers through Ford Motor Credit. See dealer for details.
Woohoo! Another girls' night out. I'm so stressed from shopping, I couldn't find anything. Have you tried shopping jewelry television? JTV? I don't know. Everyone in my family is so different. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles. Artisan, diamonds, pearls, colored gemstones, watches, even gift sets. I shop on TV and online.
New JTV customers save up to $50 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Now, can you relax? Yes. Another round? Yes.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
right. You know, normally this holiday time should be really like easy and simplified, less stress. Not for us. We're working hard here. We're the only show in the building. Nobody else is live today. What the hell?
I got an update from David.
Okay.
He says $350.
$350?
Not $300. $350 for the free money question of the day.
Oh, $350 is what Davey said.
That's what he's saying.
Piece of garbage, said Hobaika. All right, let me go to, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for the Rosenthal Report.
The Rosenthal Report!
Just sit right back in
You
here.
hear a tale from Jeremy.
There is a little Gilligan to that.
He'll give you some advice, but then you'll get a legal fee.
That's so freaking
funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to upload that on my website.
Yeah.
That's good.
Jeremy, it just gets worse and worse.
Every day.
It just does. My apologies. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning. So you're the only ones in the building, right?
We are, yes.
Yeah, that's why we're drinking.
And clearly we're cocktailing. You know that those Tom and Jerry's, if you ever see it's the hot drink that you make, it's got all these ingredients in it, and it's got a lot of brandy and brandy and more. It tastes like candy, but by the time you get through two of them, you're on the floor like melted candy. Yeah, that's what we're drinking.
It is 7:00 Eastern time, so yeah. I mean, you guys are ahead of me.
We're up and rolling. You know, this wouldn't be the first time I was heading off to a football game and started early, so it's just no football game. No football game here. All right, let's get rolling with three topics. Let's start with the delayed resentencing of the Menendez brothers. What do you think is going to happen here?
I tell you what. This is a judge who doesn't want to make a decision.
Yeah.
And I think, look, I have a hard time feeling sorry for the Menendez brothers. I really do. But this judge is looking for a way out of this. These murders were so bad. In the coroner put it the way the coroner said it. I had to write it down. Explosive decapitation with evisceration of the brain. That's what happened to Jose Menendez's head when his son shot it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look, they've got a compelling story. They were sexually abused. That part is becoming more and more apparent. Does that mitigate it enough? I don't know. But what happened here is the judge comes back and says, look, the DA, Gascon, comes out and says, we're recommending partial clemency here.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but we're basically recommending some leniency here. Gascon gets tossed out of office, and his replacement has not taken office yet and won't for another 2 or 3 weeks. And the judge says, well, let's sit back and wait and see what this new guy who campaigned on being meaner on crime, let's see what this guy wants to do.
Yeah, this is not good for the Menendez boys.
Is it possible that this was an election topic, or this was a big subject or reason that voters came out in that race?
That's a big theory. Is that this was for this was a campaign stunt. This was for publicity. Gascon had a lot of problems, and ultimately he lost, and it may have really backfired. But look, this judge doesn't want to lose his job. That's what this is about. And the judge is saying, well, let's let the governor decide. And Gavin Newsom's no idiot. He sees himself in the White House in 4 years. That guy's not about to pardon anybody that's remotely controversial.
Right.
So, so this judge just doesn't want to do it. Which is unfortunate. And if the new DA does come in and also recommend clemency, then the judge is going to say, well, this was the DA's fault. I don't like that.
This reminds me of Miracle on 34th Street when they came in and the guy with a big cigar came in and said to the judge, all the kids are going to hate you, man. What are you thinking? And he's like, I don't want to make this decision. I mean, that's really where we are with this, because I got to tell you, I watched both the drama and the documentary on these kids. And we laughed at them. Obviously, the crime was horrific, and they needed to go to prison. There's no doubt. But we didn't believe in boys being assaulted sexually back then. It was now if these were girls, these were sisters, I think the case would have been completely different. So I do think, and you tell me, Jeremy, you're the legal mind. I do think the sentence and the final conviction would have been different if we accepted their claim that they were, like with hairbrushes and God. It was an awful sexual assault by the father. I do think we would have looked at it differently, and they wouldn't have they'd be out probably today. Do you agree with that?
That's one of the really big issues here is that this happened in 1989. It didn't happen in 2024. We know a lot more in 2024, and I think that our society has sort of evolved, right? The criminal justice, a lot of the topics have evolved. So that's part of the issue here is sort of, kind of, if you will, transplanting ourselves back in time. And that's sort of what Gascon said is, look, I mean, we've just got to put ourselves in their shoes. And this law about youthful offenders, which allows parole, this is a new law. This is one that happened in 2020 or 2015 or something like that. And so they're retrofitting it. Again, what I see as a judge, he just doesn't want to make a decision. And that always, as a lawyer, that always.
Well, they'll be rioting in the streets if they keep them in jail. There's also a story out there that one has been better behaved than the other. Ooh. One could get released and the other maybe not. Wouldn't that be interesting?
There we go.
Topic.
Let's make a Netflix documentary. Yeah,
I think that's really what we're creating here. Supreme Court rejects tobacco firms' appeal over graphic warnings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of First Amendment issue here. The tobacco industry has always had sort of a voluntary, if you will, prohibition against certain advertising, and it's never been one that I think has had. I don't know. There's been a lot of law with it because again, this was sort of the tobacco companies kind of saying we're not going to have Joe the Camel anymore. You remember that guy?
Yes.
So the fact that these things are making so there are First Amendment issues here, right? Anytime you talk about advertising, and a lot of times the Supreme Court is like, yeah, you know what, we're not going to stick our head and get it chopped off here.
Yeah. And then finally, do you have time to do the third one? I know we're over time here.
Let's do it. We'll do it quickly. We're going to do this. Yes,
Disney.
We're going to do this Jim Boeheim style. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I love it. I love it. Be very monotone, please. Yes. Disney settled suit over women's pay for $43 million. What happened here with Disney?
This is a win for Disney. I mean, they had 9,000 plaintiffs who came and said, you're not paying women equally here. And their lawyers were able to grind out. I mean, $43 million is a lot of money to you and me. But Disney execs lose that in the sofa on a weekend, right?
That's true.
And equal pay is a big topic in the country. Not to shortchange that. They did get some changes. Disney agreed to have some firms come in and audit. This is a win for Disney.
Yeah. Listen, your outro is about 2 minutes long, so we're going to let you go and just play it here. So.
All right, guys.
Thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. There he goes, Jeremy Rosenthal. Although that's a perfect intro to our National Weather Service meteorologist. On the line right now is Ben Lott from the National Weather Service. Ben, good morning and happy holidays. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, so, the Weather Service has changed the way it deals with lake effect snow for us here in upstate New York over the last maybe 4 or 5 years, at least the way we end up taking your information and then reporting it. We may be in for a lake effect snow event to kick off winter here.
Yeah, before we get to the lake effect, though, we do have a system moving in late tonight, after midnight, more likely after 3 a.m., and that's going to bring some snow to the region. And this is just a storm. This isn't even lake effect. The lake effect will follow this storm that we're expecting for Thanksgiving. And so, as you mentioned, then we'll see some lake effect snow. And so from Friday through early next week, lake effect snow will set up off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. And that will fluctuate back and forth. So your area will potentially see some breaks in the snow on and off, with the best potential being like Friday, Sunday, and Monday.
It's just going to be potentially a bit on the nasty side. Some areas, and our experience, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, our experience with lake effect snow here is there may be one area that gets nothing, and then drive down the road 5 miles and somebody's got a foot of snow.
That's correct. Yeah, with lake effect, you can get very narrow banding, and that's a very tight gradient from who gets a lot and who gets very little.
All right. And then into next week, does it feel like this has been a transition, and this weather event into this weekend is really our transition into winter?
It certainly seems that way. We will be seeing much colder air moving in here at the end of the week into the weekends. So we'll see some highs right around freezing and lows in the teens and 20s. And then as I've already mentioned, the ongoing lake effect, the pattern is just favorable for, snow multiple days from the end of the week through early next week.
All right. Okay, Ben Lott, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday.
All right, thanks. You too.
All right, Ben Lott with the National Weather Service. Andrew does a quick update, and then we'll do, I believe, Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. We'll get in there. And Hobica's free money question. Davey has updated us to $350.
Yes, he has.
On the line. Ready to give you a chance to win that coming up in a second. Stand by. We'll do it in a bit at WIBX.
Hi, it's James.
And Megan from Destination Kia of Utica. I get asked all the time, when will low APR deals be back?
Great news, they're back.
Right now, get super low 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on 2025 Kia Sportages and Sorrentos. And on ones marked with a Super Saver sticker, get an additional $1,000 in Kia bonus cash. Only during Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event.
The SUVs marked with stickers are limited.
So zip down and grab yours today.
Make that short drive to save. Now that's kooky.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
1.9% APR with well-qualified credit through KMF. $17.48 per month for $1,000 financed. 720 plus FICO score. In lieu of rebates. Excludes Sportage HEV, PHEV models. Sample $1,000 sticker savings vehicle. 2025 Kia Sportage EX. SDK number 25T0127. MSRP $34,290. Retail bonus cash. VIN-specific incentive. Kia January through December 2023 sales report. Offer expires 12/2/24.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300.
AmeriConnect Visa cards from AmeriQ connect you with more features, more benefits, and even greater rewards. Right now, open an AmeriConnect Visa card, and we'll connect you with the lowest intro rate possible for the first 12 months. Plus, qualifying members will earn reward points for every dollar spent. What are you waiting for? Visit AmeriQ.org to apply today. AmeriQ and you. Let's connect. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
What the?
Whoa. What's wrong?
I'm sick and tired of these high energy bills every month.
First off, keep it clean. Second, let's give City Suburban a call and see what they can do for us about installing a new high-efficient heat pump system. We can discuss installation pricing and any available New York State clean heat rebates.
Take the first step towards a cleaner and more cost-effective, cleaner future. Log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I said keep it clean.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Another girls' night out. I'm so stressed from shopping, I couldn't find anything. Have you tried shopping jewelry television? JTV? I don't know. Everyone in my family is so different. JTV has thousands of jewelry styles. Artisan, diamonds, pearls, colored gemstones, watches, even gift sets. I shop on TV and online.
New JTV customers save up to $50 when you shop jtv.com/radio.
Now, can you relax? Yes. Another round? Yes.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Ho, ho, ho! The communities of Herkimer County are dressed up and decorated and ready for your family to build holiday memories. Thanksgiving weekend, Herkimer's communities add holiday spirit to their small town charm. Thanksgiving Eve activities are featured at Scenic View Campground in West Winfield, the perfect setting for a countryside holiday festival. Thanksgiving morning, the village of Mohawk is filled with festivities, highlighted by a meet and greet with Santa at Mohawk Volunteer Fire Department. Little Falls gets everyone hungry on Turkey Day with the annual Turkey Trot 5K. Come enjoy an Adirondack Christmas on Main Street in Old Forge for old-time family fun. A Christmas parade and tree lighting, visits with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and horse-drawn wagon rides. New York's tallest county does holiday season right. For details, click on experienceherkimercounty.com. Herkimer County, I love New York. Ho, ho, ho!
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, I want to do Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. We want to bring in Investigator Sahid Karsik from the United County Sheriff's Office. Investigator, good morning. Thanks for coming on. Who are we looking for this week?
Bill, good morning. Thanks for having me. This week we have an individual by the name of Rene Mercado. He's a white male, 43 years of age. He's approximately 5 foot, 6 feet inches tall, weighs approximately 165 pounds, has black hair, brown eyes, and he currently has a bench warrant out of drug court, well, not a county drug court, for the charge of grand larceny in the 4th degree.
Last known address, I believe, was where?
It's his last known address is actually in the city of Utica.
In Utica, okay. All right, we have the full story up on our website. There's a photo of the wanted person, and you can get all the details. The beauty of Crime Stoppers is it's 100% anonymous. You can just go to the app. You can do it from your phone. You could call in. Every part of this, though, very importantly, is anonymous.
Absolutely, Bill.
All right, Investigator, thank you for taking the time this morning. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll do this again soon.
Thank you, Bill. Have a good Thanksgiving.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
We do the Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week on a weekly basis. Would make sense, wouldn't it?
We do.
And it's been incredibly successful. If you look at the photo of this person and you say, I know who that is, you can anonymously go right through the app or make a phone call. And there is, believe it or not, a monetary reward that is oftentimes offered. You can accept it or not, do as you please.
Or donate it back to Crime Stoppers.
The reality is you're helping make your neighborhood a safer place. All right. Okay, what do I need to do here, Megan? What do you have for me? I see I've got Larry on line number 2. I'll take him.
Larry's picks here.
And then what's he upset about?
I don't know that he's upset.
Oh, you said picks. What? I thought you said Larry was... I'm sorry. I misheard you completely.
Yes, you did.
All right.
Yes, you did.
Megan, Anthony is doing what?
Anthony wants to talk about the Herkimer Soup Kitchen.
Okay. Anthony, you stand by. I'm going to get to you in a second. We have a Micah's Free Money question coming up. $350 on the line today. Wow. Hello, Larry. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing, Bill?
Good. How you doing,
Larry?
All right. You have 5 games to pick here. And by the way, you've made a run here.
Yeah, Larry's actually tied with Davey for first place.
You piece of garbage. All right, Larry.
Did Davey call his picks in yet?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yep.
He did them yesterday before he decided to take today off. All right, here we go. Andrew will throw the games at you.
All right, Larry, here we go. We got all the Thanksgiving games, which start with Bears-Lions.
Lions.
Okay, we will now move to the afternoon game, Giants-Cowboys. Ooh, the dumpster fireball.
Cowboys.
Okay, we have... I think Drew Lock may be playing. Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets is a game-time decision.
I think DeVito's injured. Yeah.
I think it's going to be irrelevant.
See what happens.
Dolphins
Probably will be, though.
The nightcap, Dolphins-Packers.
Dolphins.
Ooh, okay, so Larry and Bill, the only ones going against my Packers.
I like the Dolphins. And I'll tell you something else. You know, the Dallas Cowboys are not very good.
No, they're not.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this Giants game, depending on who starts as quarterback, isn't a game. I wouldn't be surprised.
We shall see, because everybody has picked the Lions and Cowboys.
I might even.
This might be the difference maker for you getting out of the basement and Larry taking the lead because Davey picked the Packers.
I might even pick the. I might even. No,
no. This is Larry's time. Okay.
Hey,
Raiders Chiefs on Sunday. Or no, this is Black Friday. Excuse me.
Chiefs.
And finally on Sunday, Bills 49ers.
Bills.
All right.
Everybody's picked the Bills. I do think the Bills have a chance to win out.
Everybody has made the same picks except for you and Larry in the Packers-Dolphins.
I almost think that there's an opportunity for me in that Giants game. I think it would be nobody ever would see the Giants winning this game. You hold on.
But you never know because the Cowboys are choke artists.
By the end of the program, I'm just saying, I might change my pick.
Maybe I will, too.
All right, Larry. Thank you, Larry.
Right. Thank you.
You have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Anthony, quickly, what are we talking about? Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good. What you want to talk about the Herkimer Soup Kitchen?
The First United Methodist Church is doing a full-scale Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow, starting at noontime and until it runs out, I guess. And that's for everybody in the Herkimer County or whoever can get there.
Anybody who shows up, anyone, and there are a lot of people that may not have a place to go. They may not have family that's around here or what have you.
Well, I think there's a couple places in New York. I think there's Mother
I believe there are. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Mother
Marian's.
They always do it. All right. Good stuff, Anthony. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
All right, Tony. Great holiday. Thanks so much. Yeah. All right, Andrew does a quick update. Then we're going to do Habaika's free money question of the day. Here's what's going on right now. By the way, that free money question is worth $350. I'll tell you what number caller we're looking for coming up next. It is 7:41 at WIBX.
Good morning. 7:41. Right now, we have cloudy skies and 32 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. New Hartford police announced new details regarding a stabbing that happened Tuesday at the Walmart in New Hartford. Police say 37-year-old Christopher Splain was taken into custody following a random stabbing at approximately 12:30 p.m. Police say the victim, a 25-year-old female, and Splain did not know each other. The victim is in stable condition at Wynn Hospital, and Splain is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. It's believed Splain was homeless with no known address. More details can be found online at WIBX950.com. It's one of the busiest travel days of the year, and that means big crowds can be expected at Syracuse Hancock International Airport. The TSA recommends people get to the airport at least 2 hours before their flight's scheduled departure. Travelers should also check in early, either online or through their airline's mobile app, which will help save time when they get to the airport. They can visit tsa.gov to make sure there are no prohibited items in their carry-on bags or checked luggage. New data shows the spread of the flu virus remains low in the central New York region. The county with the highest number of cases right now was Oneida County with 17. The following that was followed by the Onondaga County numbers of 6, and Madison County had 4 infections. People are being urged to get a flu shot before cases likely surge during the winter months. A list of immunization sites can be found at vaccines.gov. state.gov. And the Syracuse men's basketball team will be back on their home court tonight as they try and snap a 2-game losing streak. The Orange are hosting the Cornell Big Red at the JMA Wireless Dome. SU last played on Friday when the squad fell to Texas Tech by a final score of 79-74, dropping their record so far this season to 3 wins and 2 losses. Tip-off this evening is scheduled for 7 p.m. Here's your weather forecast from the Weather Channel.
Snow in the forecast for Thanksgiving Day. Mix of clouds and sunshine today. Low 40s this afternoon. Snow in overnight, possibly mixing with rain at times down around freezing. Snow Thursday for Thanksgiving Day. Rain could mix in at times. 1 to 2 inches of accumulation possible. Highs middle to upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, 32 degrees under cloudy skies. It is 7:44.
All right, here we are in the day before Thanksgiving, and I want to give somebody an opportunity this morning. We're going to give you an update on our holiday auctions that we're doing, and it could mean tickets to see Jimmy Failla. The bidding right now is at $300 on that. It's 4 tickets in the pit, plus a meet and greet backstage just before the show goes off. This will be really cool.
Yeah, Brian Marhaver is the winning bid right now.
Donated by Earl Reed. We thank Earl for that donation. Earl, thank you. And now we come to, we'll get to that. We'll give you an update on that. Also, the Utica Mac pickup truck that's sitting here in the studio will be giving somebody the chance to bid on that. I'd say a fair, this thing sells for $550.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the
beautiful
price
truck.
that it
You can go to our
costs.
Facebook page right now, WIBX 950, and see a picture.
We'd show you. Maybe we will at some point. Turn a camera over so you can see it. All right, it's time now for Hobica's free money question of the day. Joseph and Andrew Hobica at 315-724-1600. Joseph and Andrew Hobica for all of your legal needs. Megan, are you ready? We're going to do caller number 5, and I'll take him from in here, okay? Because we're going to whip through with this. Caller 5 right now. It's your chance to win $350. And you can dial right now, 315-736-0186. $350 is on the line. Your chance to win. Hi, good morning. You're caller number 1, okay? Okay.
Bye-bye.
Very polite. Good morning. You're caller number 2. Thank you. Good morning. You're caller number 3.
Thank you.
All right. Which number did I call?
5.
5. Good morning. You're caller number 4.
Happy Thanksgiving, Bill.
You have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. Thank you. And here we go. On line number 5 is the 5th caller. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. This is John.
It's Josh, did you say, or John?
John.
John, O-H-N.
J-O-N or J-O-H-N?
J-O-H-N.
Okay, it's very important.
What a guess.
I might pronounce it differently.
What a
if
guess.
It's spelled differently. Okay, John, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
For $350 on the line.
Big money.
Bum, 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 bum. And a chance to ruin Hobica's Thanksgiving. Okay?
And his kids and grandkids.
Because we've been giving away money like his money is going out of style. All right, here is your question. What is the make and model of the vehicle Thelma and Louise drove off the cliff? Ready, go.
Ford Thunderbird.
Was it a Ford Thunderbird? It is a Ford Thunderbird for $350. That away. Wow. Yeah. Okay. It was a 1966 Ford Thunderbird. The 1991, that movie, I think, goes back to.
Hobica is going to throw you off a cliff.
Yes, that's right. Davey will be thrown off the cliff when we return from Thanksgiving break.
He won't be coming back over the cliff.
Nice job on that, man. Great job. Stand by, and Megan's going to get all of your details, and you win.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You do, too. You win $350.
Desserts are on, John.
Yeah. All right, stand by. Megan, he is all yours. I'll break quickly and we'll come right back here. Anything on your mind? 315-736-0186. We'll speak with Scott in Kirkville. He's going to give what he says are 3 winning picks you'll be able to take advantage of for the games coming up this week. Tucker is in. He has restaurants. Remember, he started Slice Pizzeria and had several other restaurants.
The
he has a
Purple Cow
restaurant
cheesecake
down in Frankfurt currently. And Tucker is going to talk about the change in cooking oils and basically about your health. Jimmy Failla from Fox Across America. Jimmy coming to the Rome Capitol Theater a week from this Friday, and it'll be a chance for people to hear from Jimmy. We'll talk about the package that's being donated to Real Men Get Tested and how you can get tickets. Just go to RomeCapital.com. Plenty of great seats available. Ryan Noble's also coming up from NBC as we head into the holiday on WIBX.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
It's the official kickoff to Black Friday. The 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart is on sale now. Swing into golf savings at 15 of the area's top courses for $75 with the Town Square 2025 Seize the Deal golf cart. That's right, $75 gets you 15 rounds of golf. Some courses include Barker Brook Golf Club, Sleepy Hollow Golf Course, Shamrock Golf and Country Club, Delta Knolls Golf Center, and more. There are a limited number of cards available, so don't delay. Get your $75 Seize the Deal golf card at seizethedeal.com.
Keeler in the morning, Keeler in the morning.
It's definitely going to get us banned from YouTube.
Oh, yeah, but it's worth it, baby.
We are dead. All righty now. It is holiday time.
Fired up for the rest of the
it does.
Rest of the show and into the Thanksgiving holiday.
It'll get you going. It really will.
I'm going to need to walk after the Thanksgiving meal.
Scott, stand by. I'm going to get right to you. Got a couple quickies to get into here. Ann in Rome just wants to say hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, Ann.
Good morning. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, all the listeners, everyone at WIBX. I want to thank WIBX again for helping out the people in Rome. And, folks, when you go sit down at the table, I'm sitting down with a bunch of lefties. I love and respect them enough so that we can all enjoy each other's company and be thankful that we're together for another year.
I have that's awesome, man, and we're thankful for listeners like you and you being part of our, your family here at WIBX. And I have a list of things on the website WIBX950.com right now. 5 things to avoid talking about. At the Thanksgiving table.
Okay.
They could talk about getting tickets to go see Jimmy Failla.
Yes, you can.
It's a great show, and I'm looking forward to it.
He's coming up next hour. We'll have him on the phone, and you're right. It's going to be awesome.
I'll just give a few.
You can bid also on the Earl Reed's 4-pack of tickets in the pit. And
I already got front row. I went first day.
You
My
did. Good
friends
for
and
you.
I are all waiting to go see him. We love him.
All right, and we can't wait to see you next week. Thank you. Happy
Thank you,
Thanksgiving.
guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Quickly, Jake, and then I'm going to Scott. Hi, Jake. Andrew's
Good morning, guys.
tips are coming up.
Hey, you think Hobike fill up his chair? Or?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Yeah. The other day he said, you keep going over like this. I mean, you keep giving away this much money. You're going to be paying for it.
Yeah.
And Davey came in yesterday, and I said, you keep giving away money like this, you're going to be paying for it. See
Where do
how
you think
it
his
works?
NFL picks game?
See how it works its way down?
Yeah.
Down the.
It skips me though, which is good.
I'm just calling you that seriously. I got to commend you guys on the job you do, because it's not easy for 3 hours every day to talk. I love talking, Bill.
Yes.
But I couldn't do it. I could not do it for 3 hours. And your show's the top of the morning.
Well, listen, I often say to people, sometimes I'll be sitting with a surgeon or with a rocket scientist, and I'll say, you have no idea what real work is about. You just don't know.
I don't think it's easy.
Well,
by no means.
We've done it long enough where it is kind of
it's like old hat.
kind of easy.
Yep. Thank you, Jake.
It's probably the easiest part of my day, Jake, but I appreciate talking with people like you. So that's what we're thankful
One more
for.
thing.
Yes.
I'm retired now.
Yes.
It starts with your show, Ryan Kilmeade, and Jimmy Failla, and that makes my day.
Well,
all three shows are terrific.
Thank you. And Jimmy will be on to chat with us coming up next hour, so get ready for that, okay?
Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
Have a great Thanksgiving, guys, and
you do the same.
Christmas and everything.
All right. Thank you, Jake,
all right,
so
Jake,
much.
You
we
too,
appreciate
buddy.
it.
You're welcome.
And good luck on your picks this week.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Speaking of picks, here's Scott in Kirkville. Scott, do you think it would be stupid of me?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be stupid of me to? So this is win or loss. Our pick'em contest.
Yeah, this is money line basically. Money line.
I don't know. I kind of feel like everybody expects the Dallas Cowboys to destroy the awful New York Giants. However, is it possible would it be wrong for me to pick the Giants in this game to make up some ground?
Do you get like bonus points, or is this straight up like a one-pointer?
That's a very good point.
No,
anybody in their
points.
right mind who picks the Giants should get bonus points.
No,
I should get 5 for 1 on this.
Okay,
pick. Yeah.
Well, the hardest part is they're so bad. The line should be more. I got it at 4. I don't know what you got it, but they're so bad. The line's only 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of like Colorado against Kansas. Okay, Colorado had to win the game to get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The line's only 2, and guess what? They got dominated
they got
by
beat
Kansas.
bad. Yeah,
they
bad.
clobbered. So it's just a smell test. It's like there's something wrong with the line. And to me, that's the scary part because Dallas, after the emotional win, and they didn't have their players. Are they all coming back? I don't know. But, if they beat Washington on the road, there should be at least a 7-point spread at least.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So the answer is don't pick.
Don't be stupid, is what you're saying.
Well, it depends. It depends if this means like all or nothing. If this is like a Formica, the countertop lawyer contest, I would avoid it like the plague. But
I got to tell you, this one time, this one time I was playing in a blackjack tournament, and I knew the person over to my left was way ahead, and I had a chance. The only chance I had was just to continue to let it ride.
Yeah.
So one time let it ride, 2 times I let it ride, 3 times I let it ride, 4 times I let it ride. And I'm thinking, I'm still going to lose to this guy, but this 5th time I could win. Now, if I don't let it ride completely.
It's a blackjack tournament?
It's a tournament, so you don't take any of the money.
Right, yeah.
So there was no choice there but to let it ride a 5th time, and the dealer pulled blackjack. And I looked stupid.
Wow.
But I didn't look stupid because you had to do it.
You had to
Scott,
buy the book.
Right? You had no choice.
Buy the book.
And I'm not in that position here. I'm not in that position
if it's just
here.
for 1 pointer, what the heck? Have some fun. But if this is like the championship, nah. I think that.
Listen to me. Change my pick right now. Scott has just talked me into it. Change my pick.
So do I change mine?
No, I don't want you to. I want to beat up on you. Don't do it.
I think I'm going to do it.
Why would you follow such a stupid idea? You're changing yours too?
No,
you
I'm not.
piece of garbage.
No, I'm not.
All right, Scott. We need. Oh my God, I'm almost out of time. Darn it, Scott. I want 3 picks from you.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Can you believe I just changed?
First of all, the
No. Hold on. Stop. I don't have time for it. Do you mind waiting through the news? I know we got you started early.
We'll take you right out of sports.
We'll take you right out of sports. We'll mold you into sports, okay? So stand by. You stand by. And Megan
I'll think
wants
about
to,
if I'm going to change
Megan,
my pick.
Talk with him and chat with him. Make him feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We'll break.
Make him nice.
News is next.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295DI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
The rockets and the airstrikes have stopped. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Israel and Hezbollah are in day 1 of a 2-month ceasefire that took effect this morning in Lebanon.
There are reasons for both sides to accept this ceasefire. Firstly, Hezbollah has been decimated by the Israelis over the last 14 months. Their entire leadership, including the head Nasrallah, has been killed. You remember those pages exploding that wounded thousands of them. And Iran, who finance and back them, they're also on the back foot, and they have supported this as well. On the Israeli side, their original aim for attacking Hezbollah was to get the 60,000 displaced Israelis back home, and this ceasefire allows that.
Fox's Benjamin Hall. The U.S. helped broker this ceasefire, and President Biden's already eyeing another.
Just as the Lebanese people deserve a future of security and prosperity, so do the people of Gaza. They, too, deserve an end to the fighting.
And today, the president posted on X the U.S. will be working with Israel and Turkey and Egypt and others to try to work out a ceasefire deal with Hamas to free hostages taken in the terror attack last year that triggered the war. The International Criminal Court, which controversially issued an arrest warrant for Israel's prime minister, is out with another one today.
At the center of this case are alleged crimes against Burma's Rohingya Muslim minority dating back to 2017. The International Criminal Court's chief prosecutors asked judges to issue an arrest warrant for Senior General Min Aung Hlaing. He seized power in a coup in 2021, ousting elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. President-elect Trump is going to bring a key advisor back for his second administration. Kevin Hassett will head the National Economic Council. Jamison Greer is the Trump pick to be U.S. trade representative.
And joining the healthcare team, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya. He was nominated to lead the National Institutes of Health. He had been a critic of COVID-era shutdowns.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. A lot of Americans traveling the day before Thanksgiving, but there are only 20 flights canceled. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
iZurvey is proven to slow GA progression.
iZurvey gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
The man President-elect Trump has chosen to lead his push to secure the border went to the border in Eagle Pass, Texas.
Incoming border czar Tom Homan telling Texas National Guard and Texas DPS troops there will be a mass deportation because the U.S. has just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis.
Fentanyl coming across the border killed 250,000 Americans. Record number of people on terrorist watch list crossing the border. Over 2 million known gotaways. How many of them come from a country sponsoring terror? How many of them were carrying fentanyl?
Applauding Governor Abbott's unprecedented border policies, he says, have helped bring illegal immigration in the state down 86%. He and Abbott stressing they'll soon expand stricter policies nationwide to
regain control of our border, restore order in our communities.
Moving to do so fast. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Another way President-elect Trump hopes will secure the border: tariffs on all products Canada and Mexico send to the U.S., prompting Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum to threaten retaliation, putting tariffs on American products there. Republican Congressman Michael Rowley tells Fox Business.
I think her rhetoric is very irresponsible. We know there's a problem. I question how she got elected.
Because tariffs are actually paid by companies that import the products into the U.S., not the countries. There is concern the costs could be passed to consumers, causing more inflation. Now, we will get an inflation update this morning, a gauge the Federal Reserve closely monitors when deciding when to cut interest rates again.
The October PCE report is expected to show a sharper increase in prices last month for a second month in a row. The PCE tracks what kinds of goods and services consumers buy and how much they pay for them, as well as how much consumers change their spending habits when prices rise or fall.
That's Fox's Lillian Wu. Ahead of all that on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, barely budging the day after the Dow closed at a record high. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by City Suburban. Call City Suburban today at 315-853-3899 or log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today. New Hartford police have announced new details regarding a stabbing that happened Tuesday at the Walmart on Commercial Drive in New Hartford. Police say 37-year-old Christopher Splain was taken into custody following a random stabbing at approximately 12:30 p.m. Police say the victim, a 25-year-old female, and Splain did not know each other. The victim is in stable condition at Wynn Hospital, and Splain is facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. Police say it's believed Splain was homeless with no known address. More details can be found at WIBX950.com. It is one of the busiest travel days of the year, and that means big crowds can be expected at Syracuse Hancock International Airport. The TSA recommends people get to the airport at least 2 hours before their flight's scheduled departure. Travelers should also check in early, either online or through the airline's mobile app, which will help save time when they get to the airport. They can visit tsa.gov to make sure there are no prohibited items in their carry-on bags or checked luggage. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has wrapped up his latest visit to Madison County. Schumer was in Hamilton yesterday, where he called on Congress to continue allowing Medicare to pay for telemedicine services. Roughly 250,000 seniors in the area are at risk of losing coverage if current provisions are not allowed to continue. Schumer says telehealth is an important service, especially for folks who live in areas with a shortage of doctors. Anyone interested in doing some holiday shopping may want to head to the Turning Stone Resort Casino this week. The first Christmas and Crafts Showcase is happening on Friday from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. It'll continue Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. The show is taking place in the Event Center and the outer halls, including the Atrium and Cypress Conference Center. More details are available online at turningstone.com. And Thanksgiving can deliver a lot of deliciousness, although it can sometimes leave people sick. The USDA says about 48 million people get sick each year on Thanksgiving, usually from the turkey. The USDA is putting out some safety protocols when it comes to thawing. Plan ahead, as all meats, poultry, and fish should defrost in the fridge. Your turkey will need 24 hours for every 5 pounds in weight. Wash your hands and cutting boards always and often. Do not cut raw meats and other foods together. Folks at Rutgers University say bacteria can transfer from a surface to food in less than 1 second. Remember the danger zone. That's all about temperature. Bacteria can grow when hot foods get cold and cold foods get warm. Get your leftovers into the fridge within 2 hours. When in doubt, the USDA has a hotline for meat and poultry. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time. 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Snow in the forecast for Thanksgiving Day. Mix of clouds and sunshine today. Low 40s this afternoon. Snow in overnight, possibly mixing with rain at times down around freezing. Snow Thursday for Thanksgiving Day. Rain could mix in at times. 1 to 2 inches of accumulation possible. Highs middle to upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 8:09.
Snow in the forecast for Thanksgiving Day. Mix of clouds and sunshine today. Low 40s this afternoon. Snow in overnight, possibly mixing with rain at times down around freezing. Snow Thursday for Thanksgiving Day. Rain could mix in at times. 1 to 2 inches of accumulation possible. Highs middle to upper 30s. I'm meteorologist Ken Boone at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
This was for the people with attention deficit. I'm waiting for the weather.
Needed a reminder.
Driving down the road, waiting for the weather to occur. And then I get thinking about something, and all of a sudden, like, darn it all, the weather just ended. I wish I could rewind it. We just did that for you attention deficit people. We hope you enjoyed that.
You're welcome.
You are very welcome. Andrew with sports.
Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. The Giants could be forced to make another change under center. Head coach Brian Daboll said Tuesday quarterback Tommy DeVito is not 100% to play on Thanksgiving due to a forearm injury. Daboll is hopeful Tommy Cutlets will be ready in time to make his second straight start since replacing Daniel Jones. DeVito was listed as a limited participant in Tuesday's walkthrough and said the plan is for him to play based on how he feels. Backup Drew Lock is expected to take some first-team reps during practice. New York is last in the NFC East at 2-9 and will visit the Cowboys tomorrow afternoon.
I think they have a better chance of winning if DeVito doesn't play.
Okay. Well, we'll see. You're the one that picked him again.
I've gone back and forth on this.
Yes. 2 or 3 times
he
this
scribbled
break.
out and put the
we're running out of room
the
on
Dallas
the sheet.
Cowboys back up, and then the Giants, and I'm back with the Giants again.
Okay.
Can't believe it.
Aaron Rodgers has yet to make a decision on his career after the season. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Rodgers admitted he is unsure about wanting to play in 2025, but said the Jets would be his first option if he does. It was reported over the weekend the veteran quarterback wants out of New York and that he could be benched or released by the end of the season. He denies the report, saying he's not jumping off the ship. The Green and White are third in the AFC East and will host the Seattle Seahawks Sunday afternoon at MetLife Stadium.
All right, quickly. Syracuse plays in basketball
tonight.
Cornell.
Football on Saturday against the Hurricanes.
There's another game that I don't think it's out of the question that Syracuse could win that game.
Right. Utica Comets in action at home at the Adirondack Bank Center tonight at 7.
Come on up there.
Yeah, I mean, get Donna over here. Look at this beautiful piece of artwork here she's brought in.
Donna, good morning.
It is.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you and same to everybody out there.
All right. So you brought in, and this has become a Thanksgiving tradition.
I guess.
We very much look forward to it.
We do.
Every year.
Some pies. Or as my wife says when she's talking Southern, pa.
Pa.
Some pa. So what did you bring in here today?
Well, there's an apple pie for Andrew.
Oh, that's my favorite.
And whoever this
supposed to be
for,
Davey, but Davey's not here.
But so you do what you want.
Yeah.
And then for you, there's an apple pie, and I think it's the pumpkin pie that Allie likes.
Do you know I carry a spoon in my car? So it'll be an interesting ride home.
That's where the apple pie might get.
Yeah, interesting ride home. All right, Donna, thank you so much.
Thank you. And
Happy
we
Thanksgiving.
love you, Donna.
Happy
Thank you so much.
Everybody.
She also will sometimes, like when you were just recently teaching right across the street from my wife as a substitute, teacher, which are needed desperately these days. So good stuff.
I was with Dr.
Dr. Sarabu, of course, wonderful. I owe him he's the one that caught my issue that if it wasn't for him, Dr. Sarabu, I would have lost my kidneys. And that is no exaggeration, right? I mean, 100%. He caught it. Had we gone one more day during my surgery, I would have lost my kidneys. But Dr. Sarabu looked at my chart. He wasn't even scheduled to. He came in just on a routine walking down the hallway and said, let me just look at the chart. He said, take him off this medicine immediately and start flushing him out. Within 24 hours, my kidneys came back. He's an awesome doctor. Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and David
Happy
as well.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Donna. And here is Scott in Kirkville, who's also saved me a few times, right? I mean, saved everybody.
Indeed.
When it comes time for those big picks. Okay,
Wow,
you're going to give people...
If lock plays, I guess it's a lock, right?
It's a lock. It's a lock.
It very well could be.
I like it. Okay, Scott.
Thank you, Andrew.
You have 3 picks that you're going to give to people for absolutely.
Just 3? Okay.
You once again had another unbelievable week last week.
Yeah, it's like you said, that the best thing was picking on teams that were underrated by Vegas and they haven't caught up yet, and they're getting closer though. But let's put it this way: teams in college that have to win to go farther. UNLV should score all day, all night. The line is only 36.5 for the whole team total. Take them. If you're looking for 3 games, I had a couple more, but that's the best probably in college.
All right.
We'll do some pros because I figure you guys will be, watching TV.
We're going to do one. Yeah.
We're going to do a Detroit, Turkey. You got to do the Detroit. Detroit is only 28.5 team total. They're playing Chicago. They came off 2 demoralizing losses. I mean, I don't know if you saw the game overtime against Minnesota, and then of course they had the blocked field goal the week before. And Detroit's playing for home field advantage. To be honest, I don't think they've won a game in the last 7 years, even though they've been pretty good the last couple of years. I think they lost to Minnesota on Thanksgiving, so they're overdue. Take the team total. You got to do your Bills. I mean, you got to be happy with your Bills. It's a big night. The line right now, they only have to score over 25 points right now. So let's do that. And I'm going to just throw in Philadelphia. They're playing the Ravens. That's going to be a must-see TV. And we'll just go over 24. That's what it looks like right now. Go over. And in the Syracuse game, guys, I don't know what the over-under is. I know it's 11 right now, but that is must-see TV. Popcorn time. The 2 highest yardage passing quarterbacks in the nation. And unfortunately, if McCord's playing for Ohio State, he's a Heisman Trophy candidate. He's leading the nation in passing, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't hear too much about it, but that's Dome Stadium. Don't worry about the weather. Get your popcorn ready. Must-see TV 3:30 on that one.
That's 3:30, and that's on what, ESPN?
ESPN, yeah. I think it's on ESPN.
Scott, I got to tell you, Syracuse wins some games they should have won. Yeah, and this is a whole
They're
new...
ranked. They may be going to the ACC championship game.
They'd
possibly
be
the tournament.
Yeah. I really believe that would be the case.
Well, Miami should have lost to Virginia Tech. They had an overrule touchdown that Virginia Tech scored. California had them down 25 points in the third quarter, and they let them off the hook. Duke was ahead of them by 11, and last game against Wake Forest, sneaky guys. It was 20-14 for the longest time. They added 3 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes to make it look better than it actually was.
Yeah.
I think Syracuse, as long as they go with the attitude that we got to score 50, don't play field advantage and go. Maybe not go for field goals because field goals won't beat you. But the Boston College Miami game was 52-45. That's got all the likings of that game, and I think Syracuse has a little good shot of winning.
All right, I like it. I like it a lot. We'll see what happens. Okay, Scott. Hey, by the way, did you see that play where Syracuse brought who's the receiver? The really
outside, yeah.
They brought him all, and he's talking. Yeah. He's talking to Brown, And then all of a sudden the play goes off, wide open, and scores a touchdown. They called it a penalty. Brown went nuts on it because he said, I just saw this place, Alabama. I saw this play like 3 weeks ago, and they were able to get away with it. And I think at the end of the game, he's like, apparently Alabama can do it. I think it was Alabama.
Well, he has a short-term memory because UNLV tried that when the game was close. You know, they're going back and forth. They did the same thing, and they called it, and they got a 15-yard penalty on a play that same scenario. They didn't score a touchdown, but they put it in the score. You can't
deceive the defense with a substitution. That's what the call was.
You got to go in toward the yard markers, inside the yard marker, a certain length of that. But it's like the backyard stuff. We did it all the time.
Yeah.
Flag football. The guy steps on the field right before you snap it. You know.
But listen, it was. I think it was probably the right call. Yeah.
It was interesting, but I'm just saying UNLV tried it against Syracuse and got caught, so nobody complained about that, right?
All right, there you go. Okay, good stuff,
By
Scott.
the way, you got actually Mr. Failla on, huh?
Jimmy Failla coming up in about 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll talk to him.
Just tell him that I'm giving permission then to use any of my jokes in his act.
Okay, all right. I will do that. I'm sure he will. Yeah. All right, Scott. Thank you, man. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
You guys too have a nice holidays, and I think producer Dave's going to the Miami game, so I hope he has a good time.
All right, cool.
All right,
I
Scott.
think he is.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Happy holidays now.
Quick break, and we'll come back here, and we got a lot to get to as we head in. Jimmy, coming up, Tucker Rosenmeyer is talking about this thing that RFK Jr. has been talking about, and that we're using really bad oils to deep fry our foods. And Tucker, is making a change at his restaurant. Ryan Nobles from NBC as well, coming up before we leave into the holiday on WIBX.
Hey, Frank, looks like business is booming. What are all those tabs you have open on your computer?
Oh, hey. Well, this one is for my SEO company. This one is for my website company. This one is for my CRM. This is for invoicing and estimates. This one does email. And this one does billing.
Geez, that sounds tricky to manage.
It's clunky, but I need all this to run my business. Wait, you run your own business, and you're even busier than I am. Don't you have all this stuff, too?
I do, but I get it all on one screen with the Town Square Business Management Platform.
What's that?
The Town Square Business Management Platform is an all-in-one tool that helps me grow and run my business. It combines website, billing, and scheduling into one program.
That sounds simpler than juggling all the tools I have now, but you still need someone else to help you find new business, right?
Nope. They have powerful digital advertising built into the platform as well, which helps me keep my calendar full. You can get a demo of the product for free. Check out their website. See if it makes sense for your business.
Go to townsquarelocal.com for a free demo of the Town Square Business Management Platform. Visit townsquarelocal.com. That's townsquarelocal.com.
At Big Apple Music, wrap up your list of wishes.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. My brother Mark and I want to thank you for trusting us for all your musical instrument and electronics needs through the years. Things like camera surveillance, remote car starters, and hi-fi equipment. We were born and raised right here, and we love the Mohawk Valley. We've owned and operated Big Apple Music for 45 years this December. We're proud to live and work right here. I hope this Christmas and holiday season is the best for everyone. I believe it will be better if we can all focus on the real meaning of Christmas and help each other and be kind to each other. Simple things like holding a door open or shoveling out someone's entrance or bringing someone a cup of coffee can make their day. Let's make it great today and every day. And Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
It's back, our wish list savings event at Steve Ponte Lincoln. Hi, Steve Cater here. Now, 2024 Lincoln Navigators have 0% 60-month or 1.9% 72-month financing. 2024 Lincoln Corsair has 2.9% for 60 months plus a $1,000 rebate. Also, ask about huge savings on our 2024 Nautilus demos. Save thousands. Stop down and see why it's always easy to do business with Steve Ponte Lincoln, Commercial Drive, Yorkville.
For qualified buyers through Ford Motor Credit. See dealer for details.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
The Big Black Friday weekend sale Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Big Apple Music. Get 20% off their already low price on any musical instrument and accessory. Every guitar, keyboard, digital piano, band instrument, everything in the music store. Take an additional 20% off their already low price. And layaway it now and still get the 20% discount. Choose from the best brands like Gibson, Fender, Yamaha, and so many more. Save big this Black Friday weekend at Big Apple Music. Commercial Drive in New Hartford and BigAppleMusic.com.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Hey, the official copy of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. And Chuck Zedella and his entire crew over there have you covered with a speedy drive-thru. You're in, you're out, you're on your way, off to work or wherever it is that you're going. And just a reminder, you can still call today and get on the list for those incredible snowflake, a personal family recipe from the Sedellas. The snowflake rolls. For you order by the dozen, they'll be ready later today or tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. They're open until 2 p.m. So call over to Daylight Donuts, 315-724-7103. Order them, and they'll be ready for your Thanksgiving dinner, just like that. Also want to tell you, we are auctioning off a thing that we're calling the Jimmy Failla Backstage Pit Pack.
The Pit Pack.
It's like a $300 in tickets. 4 tickets right up in the pit at the Jimmy Fallon show next Friday.
Current bid $300.
Current
Brian
bid
Marhaver.
is $300 on this. Plus, you'll go backstage for a meet and greet just before the show and get some headshots, some pictures, and autographs and all that stuff. And as Jimmy says, maybe even you'll get to rope him or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's in the promo. Good.
That cost extra.
Good. Listen, it benefits real men get tested for cancer because guys tend to be stinking procrastinators.
And stubborn.
Like I was. And you get tested, you catch the cancer, you survive.
Yep.
It increases your chances, and that's what this goes for. Thank you, Earl Reed, for donating those tickets. And Jimmy, we'll just make this nice and special for them when they come backstage.
Oh, yeah, no, grope away. I can't. I was down in West Palm Beach last week. I can't feel a thing in my right butt cheek at this point, so I wouldn't even know if you groped me or not.
You wouldn't even know. It's that bad, yeah.
I'm so excited to get back up there, though. This is going to be a rowdy one. So you'd be happy to know. You remember I was telling you post-election, you kind of start writing a new hour because the world has changed,
Mm-hmm.
And I have a really good chunk of new stuff that's working well. That being said, I performed it at a New York City comedy club last week where like 80% of the audience had blue hair. And a little bit of a mixed reaction, Keeler. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But they loved it.
Well, once you come up here, anything cringeworthy is gut-wrenching funny up here. So
the cringier, the better.
Mm-hmm. It just works.
Away.
So you're at the legendary Rome Capitol Theater, which is it's much smaller than the Stanley Theater, but it's extremely intimate. And it's a great venue, and people are all excited to go to RomeCapital.com for tickets. So what is it? I mean, you're in New York City, which interestingly, Trump did much better in New York City than anybody thought he was going to do. However, you're still overwhelmingly surrounded by people that
Speaking
are
of blue hair.
distraught over the election. How are people handling this on the streets of New York? You see it firsthand.
Yeah, well, the good news is it's better than last time by a wide margin. You remember in 2016 they were protesting outside Trump Tower every day, and they were having die-ins and stuff. One of the perks of all the migrant crime is people don't feel comfortable getting together and protesting the way they did in 2016.
That's true.
Nobody wants to be on the streets any longer than they need to be, so they get out of there pretty quickly. So they've been handling it relatively well. The worst meltdowns have really just come from the TV people, and that's the funniest part. It's like the host on The View, the host on MSNBC.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are actually affected by the outcome of a presidential election the least are the ones who are the most upset,
Yeah,
if you're making
I think
Rachel
that's true.
Maddow money, you don't care who the president is.
Right. She is so buffered, so safe, and yet so distraught all of a sudden. I don't get it.
Yes. But I just bring up Rachel Maddow as a reminder that real men get tested.
Okay.
Oh, God.
See, now that the blue hairs would be... I'm not sure about that in 2024.
Although the Elon Musk trolling of Rachel Maddow has been entertaining lately, I'll tell you.
Right? Like that one's been pretty funny. There's a lot of smack talk going back and forth, but I will say this: like for the most part, a lot of liberals are actually glad it's over. They don't care that Trump won because they don't have to pretend we're all going to die this time.
Yeah.
In 2016, like the Oscars, the Grammys, every award show, whoever got the award then got up there and gave a speech about how we should be building bridges and not walls, and then went home to their house surrounded by walls. Do you remember that whole era of America?
I do remember that.
Nobody who won an Oscar was building a bridge that led strangers onto their property for some reason. But I don't really see it as much. So It's been a really good time to do comedy. Even in New York, like they took the beating last week. It was great. So I don't know. It's a wild time to be alive.
Well, and one thing, listen, ratings, in terms of ratings, a lot of these shows and networks got beat up badly.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they're looking at, am I political or am I an entrepreneur? Am I trying to make money or am I not? And that's what's going, I think that forces their hand. And of course, you have, you're almost out of time. I just see that you have Saturday night. Watch Jimmy's show on Saturday night. It's awesome. As a prelude to what you're going to get next week in Rome.
Damn right. We're throwing the fastball. It's going to be a wild one. So buckle up, kids. The champ is coming. I expect this show to go so well that it inspires peepers to get back into business. So that's my prediction.
Maybe they'll open just in time for your return. So.
Happy Thanksgiving and eat slow, Jimmy.
Gobble, gobble, boys. You're the best.
Thanks so much.
Week.
All right,
buddy.
Great holiday. Thank you. Jimmy will be in town next week. We'll talk to him again next week. He'll be in town on Friday. And yes, it is true. Tickets are on sale. There are great seats still available. And when I say that, I really mean
Tremendous
it.
seats.
There are really good seats still available. Go to romecapital.com, or I believe you can go right to the box office and get your tickets. Get them now. And we hope to see everybody. It's also, Megan, this is a big deal. It's also our 99th birthday celebration.
That can't be lost on anybody.
Will be happening as part of all of this, right? We've lost her. Yep. No, she's lost us.
She said yes.
She's back.
Hello.
Okay, 99th birthday of this radio station.
I know, 1 year before the centennial.
That tells you that next year this station is 100. It really kind of makes me a bit, everybody's like, wow, that's old.
Oh.
That is old. And then I realized the age I just turned, it's not that much older than... I hate to even say the me word.
You got a few years.
Tom, stand by. I'm going to be with you. I will get to you in a second, and we're going to bring in studio Tucker from the 1886 Prime. It's in Frankfurt. It's really an awesome restaurant. 1886 Prime in Frankfurt, and they're making some interesting changes in terms of health, and we'll speak about that coming right up.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now at Clinton Tractor. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Stop into Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Offer ends soon.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
What the?
Whoa, what's wrong?
I'm sick and tired of these high energy bills every month.
First off, keep it clean. Second, let's give City Suburban a call and see what they can do for us about installing a new high-efficient heat pump system. We can discuss installation pricing and any available New York State clean heat rebates.
Take the first step towards a cleaner and more cost-effective, cleaner future. Log on to citysuburban.com for a free quote today.
Yeah, now you're talking.
I said keep it clean.
It's time for the 2024 Stewart Shops Holiday Match Campaign. This program runs from Thanksgiving through Christmas and has raised more than $38 million since its inception. Last year, our generous customers donated more than $1 million, which Stewart's matched penny for penny, raising a total of more than $2 million. There are no administrative costs, which means every cent was used to support local nonprofit children's charities. Let's get ready for another amazing holiday match season.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music, and we have lots of Christmas deals. Complete 5-piece Mapex drum sets, $4.99. Electric guitar and amp combos, $1.99. Student acoustic guitars, $98. And a 61-key Yamaha digital keyboard is $119. Plus, we have the best guitars from Fender, Gibson, Taylor, Yamaha, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. We also have the best remote car starters. Plus, we can add heated seats to your car and a backup camera. Right now, take 10% off all WeatherTech floor mats, and we have LED vehicle lighting, step boards, tonneau covers, and all vehicle accessories on sale. Even deals on window tinting. At Big Apple, we have the area's largest selection of musical instruments and accessories at the guaranteed lowest prices. Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music in New Hartford.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
Keeler in the Morning invites you to connect with us through telephonic communication at 315-736-0186. Or use the Call Us button on the WIBX 950 app. For additional contact methodologies, please refer to WIBX950.com.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, portions of the program brought to you by New York Sash. The best deal of the year is underway. It's the buy two New York Sash windows, get one free sale, and it is underway. Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this until next week. So it's probably not underway, but you just call them and say,
a preview.
I don't know, Keeler was talking about it today. I think it's underway.
Awesome.
I think it's a December 1st thing. But call, believe me, just call them in New York Sash. So there's no limit on this sale. So if you're buying windows now, this is the perfect time to do it. You buy 4 New York Sash windows, get 2 free. Buy 6, get 3 free. Buy 8, get 4, 10, get 5 free, etc. No limit. and you can get a free quote. It is their huge winter sale. Buy 2 New York Sash windows, get 1 free, and there is no end to the savings. New York Sash. Go to NewYorkSash.com. They're located at Riscany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Call them today and say, I don't know. He was saying it's a deal going on right now. It's happening now. That's what I'm hearing.
That's awesome.
Tucker is in studio right now. He owns the restaurant 1886 Prime in Frankfurt. Of course, I should also mention that you started Slice, the pizzeria.
Slice was the last place.
And that's still a New York style pizza that has a unique flavor that is different than any other pizza you'll have.
Don't forget the cheesecakes.
Well, Dave Portnoy went there. He gave him a pretty good score.
He did. Oh, he did go there.
Yeah, he did.
Go.
He did, yep.
Of course, your dad
That's how we met back in the day.
It is.
You did your wedding cheesecake, and you're still married.
We are
one of the very few very baked cakes that people are still married.
How about that for a success story?
Yeah, you outlasted the business.
We say it's the cakes.
Yeah,
it's the cheesecakes. That recipe is still being made. It's a unique recipe.
My brother's doing it, and I'm doing it. I could put a little spin on it. You know, we had a little lemon zest in Frankfurt just to give it a little zip because we got to be different.
Frankfurt is like it needs a little lemon zest.
I think it does.
Frankfurt's its own town. Okay, you're right now at your restaurant. You're making some interesting changes. Talk about that.
So for the longest time, I've felt a heavy heart about chicken wings in general because of what they're fried in, and
it's vegetable oil, peanut oil,
so basically,
whatever.
Normally people use a vegetable oil mix, which is canola, sunflower, safflower oil. Chinese restaurants typically are using some of the lesser quality of the vegetable oil. So I don't know if you've ever gone and had a heavy stomach after. This is from these oils and maybe not even being changed enough. But even with changing the oil,
a lot of times what happens
initially,
it sits,
they're not a healthy oil to be frying with. And back in the 80s, everybody's 80s and 70s and 50s and 40s, they're using animal fats to fry in, but they got a bad name, when they wanted to say, these are bad for you, let's switch over. Well, we know, we've heard of the industrial military complex, right? There's there's the same thing for food where they push these agendas. Now we're finding out that Kellogg, came up with these ideas that breakfast is one of the healthiest things you can eat. And we're finding out when you're eating carbs for breakfast, you're hungry within an hour.
And by the way, the sugars they put on their stuff.
Your blood sugar goes up in the morning. It
spikes. Yeah. And you're hungry within an hour. But have a steak and eggs for breakfast. Have some bacon for breakfast. You're full for the rest of the day.
Arm, huh?
You don't even need to eat again.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're switching to beef tallow because now there's a lot of these people that have come out and come forward saying how much healthier.
What is beef tallow?
Beef tallow is rendered beef fat.
Okay.
And it has a very high smoke index, right? But what I'm learning even now in the last week, that it's not even about the smoke point. So let's talk about olive oil quick, right? Olive oil smokes at a very low temperature. But before it smokes, it begins to oxidize and become rancid. And when the oil becomes rancid, it not only becomes bitter, but what happens is these polyphenols are created by heating it, and it becomes unstable. So now you have what we call free radicals. And those are things that are the bad things. Those are the things that could cause cancer. So if you're cooking even cooking in olive oil, it's fine on your salads. It's fine for flavor. But cooking in it,
a lot of people are going to avocado.
Avocado oil is better. So
the other thing I use, what do you think of coconut oil?
Coconut oil. So here's the thing with coconut oil. If it's refined, it has a higher heat index. But even more so than the heat index, it's called peroxidation index. Okay, so this lets you know when this is actually happening. And
when it does that, it's not good.
No, it becomes bitter. I got a stat right here that the average American eats 5 tablespoons of seed oils per day. How many ears of corn do you think it would take to get that? 70.
Wow.
So eating corn, fine, right? If it's organic, but to get the level of oil that you're getting from that, you'd have to eat 70 ears of corn.
Well, this was a big American thing where we decided we were going with corn.
Right.
And the government came in and lured farmers in to stop doing dairy and start planting more corn. And that has, these things are first of all, corn we don't even digest, and now we're taking these oils, and high fructose corn syrup is really bad for people.
And it's banned in certain countries.
Yeah.
The thing with corn, here's another thing, is like 90% of the corn is genetically modified. They genetically modified the corn to withstand glyphosate. You know, glyphosate, it's called Roundup.
Okay.
Now we know about Roundup, right? It causes this non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and all these other issues. So these are issues that chicken wings, I mean, we probably eat more chicken wings in central New York than any other place on the planet.
New York
right?
alone probably is the chicken wing.
From Buffalo to here.
Yeah. So, which means a lot of stuff is deep fried.
Not only that, but what you're tossing it in is this liquid margarine, which is worse than what we're frying it in. So by the grace of God, I mean, you know, I came up with purple cow wings. I came up with all these recipes, and I'm known to have all this great food. What I came up with last week was something that I hope will be my legacy as after I'm long gone. I came up with, now canola oil, it could oxidize if it's heated. I was able to come up with a recipe with canola oil and butter and create my own, quotes, liquid margarine. My own thing to replace liquid margarine, to use this coconut oil infused with butter to toss with the cayenne pepper sauce to create a new way to make chicken wings.
Okay.
Now,
using this beef.
No, the beef. It's going to be fried in beef tallow, but my wing sauce is I'm going to use the coconut oil and butter to create this wing sauce.
So when I make wing sauce, I just use butter.
Great.
So
that's fine.
But restaurants are not doing that because it's not cost effective.
it's not feasible financially to do something.
Yeah. You could take a big, huge 2-gallon thing of liquid margarine for a fraction of the cost.
It's not even cheap either, though. That's the other thing, that it's the most unhealthy. And I hate to say this to everybody. I hate to say it, that chicken wings are probably the least healthy thing that you could probably put in your body the way they're being produced now. With being fried in, we made some chicken wings fried in beef tallow, and we tossed it in my new wing sauce last night. These guys, everybody was in the kitchen because we were closed yesterday. They couldn't believe that it tasted so light. So the beef tallow is actually healthy. I mean, there's, in moderation. Like, listen, if you're eating chicken wings fried in beef tallow every day of the week, no, I can't sign up for that.
Good point, yeah.
But now, beef tallow is actually healthy. It's actually healthy. Butter, actually healthy. I had a friend that had irritable bowel syndrome. They said, start eating butter, because the butyric acid in the butter is actually helpful.
You remember when
anti-inflammatory.
they were telling us, stop eating butter, it's not good for you, eat margarine. And now all of a sudden we've completely switched gears on this. And they're telling you butter isn't so bad after all.
Yeah.
In fact, when you go to Europe, it's a higher fat content in the butter. How is it that they're so thin?
I like Irish butter.
We're so fat.
Irish
butter we use all the time.
You see a yellow butter.
Love it.
That's where you want to
be.
be.
It's yellow, and it's a higher fat content. It's really, really good.
Right.
I want to just tell you something. You might be wrong.
Okay.
I am.
I'm ready.
Listen, you know me. If you're wrong, I'm going to tell you.
I appreciate it.
All right, here we go. Frank's Red Hot, which is the Red Hot sauce that I use. Love it a lot. They also make a Frank's Red Hot buffalo chicken wing sauce.
Okay.
Do you want to know the ingredients? Are you ready?
Tell me.
The ingredients are distilled vinegar, aged cayenne red peppers, salt, water, canola oil.
Ooh.
I didn't see that. Paprika.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
Right.
This is.
Hey, I'm Hungarian. They make the best paprika.
This is in my pantry. Xanthan gum.
Okay.
Red Dye 72.
But here we go. Here we go. Natural butter. Wait a minute. I made a mistake.
But it's last on the list.
No, I made a mistake. Natural butter type flavor. It isn't natural butter in that.
Natural butter
You're
type
absolutely
flavor.
right. I'm wrong. It's terrible for you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be eating that stuff.
We're using natural butter with natural canola oil to mix with the cayenne pepper sauce, which, in moderation, everything is in moderation in life, right? Everything is in moderation.
So the key is that, and this is something that RFK Jr. has been talking about. We've done a really poor job in the country when it comes to corn, for instance.
Well, I didn't want to make this political. Because here's the thing: is like if we get some Democrats out there that are hurt by the election,
we don't want to go political.
We don't want to go political.
Fair.
And RFK, he's onto something with this. You know, whatever else, leaving the bear in the woods, and flying on Epstein's plane, all that stuff. Let's forget about that. Let's look at what he's saying as far as these seed oils go, and he's right on the money with that.
Okay, so this is a move you have just carte blanche. You've made the move.
I've been trying to source beef tallow at a price where I can make it feasible to put in the restaurant, right? And finally I said, you know what? I think my customers would be willing to pay $1 more per 10. I mean, because I'm already at $12 for 10 wings. Most places are already charging $15, but I'm in Frankfurt.
Right.
So it's like I can only charge what the market will bear.
You go up a quarter,
$1, $1. But I have to because I want to stay in business.
I know.
And right now, having to pay a dishwasher $16 an hour, a line cook $20, the pizzeria business isn't what it used to be because the overhead is so high. So now it's like, and I've had overwhelming response from my Facebook post talking about I'm switching. You know, a lot of people, initially I was debating, do I use the beef tallow to frying or do I use the coconut oil? I've decided with the beef tallow. We've decided, my partner Frank Bianchi and I, we've decided we're going to go with the beef tallow. We got a better price from our distributor, F&P, on the beef tallow. So we're going with that. We're going to make the wing sauce with the coconut oil and real butter. The liquid margarine is gone. Our garlic knots are going to get tossed with the liquid margarine and butter. It's going to be gone. By the end of the week, there will be, initially today, we're frying in beef tallow. We're frying in beef tallow from here on out. And as long as, I'm still breathing.
And do you use it in other stuff that you have to deep fry? I mean, will you use this in other?
Oh, everything will be deep fried, with the exception of on Fish Friday when Lent arrives, we will be using the coconut oil to fry the fish in. Other than that, everything is going to be in the beef tallow because obviously Catholics, they don't want to have a beef product on Friday. They're going to go to hell for something like that.
Yeah, great point. Straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
I'm pretty sure. All right. Your restaurant is one to check out. Just talk a moment about the restaurant, and then I got to move on.
I appreciate it. We're using USDA prime beef for our burgers. We're selling tenderloin sandwiches. We make all of our own breads from scratch. We make all of our own desserts from scratch. Everything is from every single recipe in there is something that I've created. And since I've left Slice, my brother's restaurant, which is doing great, I've refined our recipes to like dial it in to where it's like our upside down pizza. I did a house pizza challenge where it's like, I'm saying if this isn't one of the best or the best pizza, it's free. And we're standing by that. You know, like you got to eat it there though, because you go in the car, you drive it home.
That's right.
You know, take a wrong turn. It's going to get cold. That's how it is.
Proper conditions.
But we're trying to take it to the next level, and we put everything we got into it.
It's 1886 Prime in Frankfurt. We're going to come down and try this. I want to try
do the house pizza challenge. Come down and have the wings. You know, I would love. We will do everybody.
All right. Love it. And remember the cheesecakes too.
I was going to bring you one, but we sold out already.
Don't. Good for you. I'm glad you did.
We got enough dessert here.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thank you. We'll see you down there soon in Frankfurt.
Send somebody down so I can do some advertising.
I'll come down. I'll take care of you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That's Tucker at 1886 Prime in Frankfurt. And Ryan Nobles on the line right now. Ryan, good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. How are you?
You can actually smell the Utica food, can't you? Just talking about it, you can smell it through the phone.
Listen, I'm a wing connoisseur, so does the wing challenge, does that apply to the pizza challenge as well? Or
I believe wing challenge, pizza challenge, all of it applies. You're absolutely correct there. So anyway, listen, here we go into the holiday, and there's just so much happening in the background. And then, have this potential ceasefire if this thing holds. Let's start with that. Where do you think we are right now? Is this thing going to work?
I think that, when it comes to conflicts like this, generally what ends up being a lasting peace is that both sides feel compelled that they want to make that peace. And it never works. You can't force peace. Both sides either have to just give up or decide that they have gained enough or lost enough to move on. And I think that's why the Ukraine conflict continues, because both sides still feel like there's something for them to gain or too much for them to lose. And in the case of Lebanon and Israel, this was not necessarily a war that Lebanon wanted to get involved in, but Hezbollah, the terrorist group that's backed by Iran, saw an opening with the situation in Gaza and decided to try and take advantage of it. And the toll, I think that it was probably not a wise idea from Hezbollah's perspective, because if they'd seen what Israel was willing to do and what they did in Gaza,
yeah,
that playbook in southern Lebanon, and that's exactly what happened. And Hezbollah and Lebanon paid a huge price for that, as basically the entire leadership structure of Hezbollah was killed. So they had that terrible pager bombing where basically no one felt safe through that entire period of time. And Hezbollah didn't really get anything out of it, other than they didn't really encroach any further into northern Israel, and basically they just left a whole section of their country unsafe and displaced. And so I think that's part of the reason why you saw them at least retreat and say, we just can't fight this war anymore. So it's a 60-day ceasefire that it opens the door to a permanent ceasefire. I think that the fact that they were able to get Hezbollah to cave and say that it wasn't contingent on a ceasefire in Gaza is an indication of how weak their position is right now.
Yeah.
So I think it holds, but it doesn't really change the situation in Gaza, which continues to be a humanitarian crisis and one that Israel does not appear to have a plan to get out of.
We've got about 3 minutes. I want to jumpstart a bunch of stuff here. Number one, I tried something. I Googled Ryan Nobles, NBC. Yeah. First thing that popped up was, who is Ryan Nobles married to? So that means people are asking that question, Ryan. And, Carrie is someone who you may have seen on TV here as well. She had a career in television as well here, your wife.
Yeah, and it's exciting, Bill. I don't know if you know that next week is the 75th anniversary of WKTV.
I did not know that.
I saw something about that. Yep.
Yeah, which is the station that Carrie and I worked at together. We didn't meet there. She worked at WUTR, and we met when I was at WKTV and she was at WUTR, but then she came over to WKTV and we were co-anchors. And so I don't want to spoil the surprise, but Steve McMurray, the general manager there, has asked a group of us alums from WKTV to record a little message that's going to air on the day of the anniversary, which I think is December 5th. So I'm going to shoot that today on the Meet the Press set, which I think is kind of pretty cool because I'm anchoring Meet the Press all this week. Because I really feel like I owe everything to WKTV. And to be able to start at WKTV and then 25 years later, because I was there for the 50th anniversary, which is crazy.
Yeah, wow, it is crazy.
I'd be able to record that message for them on the set. But anyway, I'll talk about Carrie and what we're up to. And, it's only about a minute. But, with the 4 kids and the excitement and everything, and we owe a lot of it to WKTV, and it means so much to us.
And, of course, most of it to the Keeler in the morning program. But, the
morning program,
give them a little credit.
WKTV doesn't put me on once a week. So,
that's right.
Hello. No, they don't.
I guess I'm on an NBC.
Yeah, they do kind of slip you into the Today Show every once in a while. And Lester Holt. And listen, the second thing that pops up, number one story that pops up when you search Ryan Nobles, NBC, is NBC's Ryan Nobles sad about Cavallo's restaurant closure.
Is it really?
It is. It's the first one that pops up. So I love it.
Did you post the WIBX post a story about that?
I did post that. Yeah, I was looking for clicks, and I think you helped me.
Got them.
You did help me. You helped me a lot there. And then
get the Google alert on that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's out there. And then finally, the Buffalo Bills. Here we go into it. I'm a bit nervous because they're now talking about the Bills winning out the rest of the season. Whenever we begin talking like that, we jinx ourselves. So I'm a bit nervous. Yeah. But go Bills this weekend.
Bill, I don't know if I told you this. I'm so excited. So my daughter, who's going to turn 15 on December 1st, my oldest, she has become a rabid Buffalo Bills fan and a rabid Josh Allen fan. Her birthday is Sunday, and I surprised her and told her that we are flying to Buffalo Saturday night. We are going to the game Sunday night.
Wow.
8:30 game.
Nice.
She's been to, we went to a preseason game earlier this year, but she's never been to a regular season game before. So she's going to get the full experience, a primetime game. It's expected to snow and be in the 30s.
Yeah. Lake effect, you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's she is just over the moon excited about it. and we can't wait. And it's going to be a big game. You know, the Niners are kind of listless right now, so who knows what happens with them. But you're right. I mean, they should be favored. Well, they're playing the Lions. They've got the Lions, which could be a Super Bowl preview. I can't believe I'm saying that. But they should be favored in pretty much every game the rest of the way out. I agree with you. I don't know if winning out is a good thing, but if it leads to the number 1 seed, I'll take it.
Let's do it. All right, Ryan, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy Buffalo, and we'll talk again next week.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody in Central New York. We miss you, we love you, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks so much, Ryan Knowles. Got to go. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica. Or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Scott and Jill here from New York Sash to tell you about our $25,000 home improvement giveaway.
You can enter to win $25,000 in new windows, siding, bath, or doors professionally installed by New York Sash. And we'll pick the winner live at the 2025 Home Show at the Nexus Center this February.
Just think about all the home renovations you can do with $25,000. Gorgeous, energy-efficient windows, stunning vinyl siding, a new bath remodel, or an entry door.
One lucky homeowner in Central New York will win, so why not you? There's no purchase necessary, but you have to be in it to win it.
So enter the $25,000 home improvement giveaway today at NewYorkSash.com/win. That's NewYorkSash.com/win, or enter in person at our showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
And you can be the lucky winner of the $25,000 home improvement giveaway from New York Sash at the Home Show.
There's an issue cutting through the bipartisan bickering in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for